You're rolling here.
All right, I'm just going to take a bite. We're rolling.
Do it.
Oh, man. That's so good.
You like it?
Yes, sir. We got this beautiful pizza. From where again?
04W Pizza in Duluth.
In Duluth. Delicious. This week's gift. Last week was toilet paper. This week is pizza. Our guest, Tommy. Tommy Groth, yeah.
Long O.
Growth.
There you go.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I go by Tommy G most of the time.
Tommy G. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's your branding.
That's my brand.
I really should look this stuff up before the show. My bad, man.
That's fine.
No. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this. This looks like it's going to be fun.
You've said that a couple of times. You said that you were thinking about it. You've watched a couple of episodes.
I was intrigued by it. I was
Okay.
like, oh, that looks cool. Mm-hmm. And we got along on the set of
Stop date.
Stop Date.
Absolutely.
And we've even spoke a couple of times, maybe on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah,
briefly.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's a cool guy. Maybe I'll see him on set or something working in. Then you were doing this. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I inquired or something. And then COVID. Last time we talked, we were like, yeah, let's do it, but
That's right. This was back in March.
don't know when.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she was suggesting having like Skype or Zooms. I think that works for some people, but I like the
No.
personal, like
Yeah,
you're here,
that
I'm
wouldn't
here.
be the same.
Yeah. But I think
'Cause you couldn't share a pizza.
you couldn't share a pizza. That's right. So how did Stop Date work out?
I don't know.
You don't know. You said there was a premiere?
There was a premiere because I did 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. Am I chewing too much on?
No, bro. We'll put the hashtag ASMR. It's all good.
Okay. They did 2. I can't believe you weren't there. It was at the Plaza Theater.
I remember that there was something in the plaza, but I think I was on another set or something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
you're a busy guy. I'm not busy. I'm available for anything. So they had the premiere for the 2 things. Full house.
Oh, whoa.
I give Brian full credit. I don't even know how he set that up.
Wow.
Got up there on stage, made an announcement, talked, whatever like that. I'm trying to think. I think they may have shown other shorts.
Really?
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Kind of like a small festival.
Yeah. I feel like, did you see my film, All You Can Eat?
I think I saw a trailer you cut on Facebook, but I never saw the whole thing.
I never cut a trailer. You may have just seen, it's that short.
Ah, okay.
It's 3 minutes.
Okay.
With the clown.
Yeah. You did a lot of pics, like a lot of stills for it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I ended up seeing.
I think they may have shown that there.
Okay.
So there might have been like a little festival. I could be wrong. Brian, if you're watching, if I'm wrong, sorry. But it was good. It was good.
Nice. So you like the cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. But
That's
then
good.
nothing ever. The last I heard about it was Brian and I both submitted films to, I think Amazon had like a thing going on. I can't remember what it was. I submitted my short, All You Can Eat. He did Stop Date, and it just got weird. Like, I would get in touch with him like every couple of months. I'm like, have you heard anything? He's like, no. So then we would each send a message out, and then I'd get a response, and it'd be like, oh, it's still processing or whatever like that. And like, you have a profile page where you could go on, you could see the status, like if it's in consideration or what, like something that they would pick up for kind of like on demand.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know what the service is called, and I don't think they have it anymore. But neither of us got picked up.
I remember this. My old professor told me about something similar. I think it's the same thing, where it was Amazon who was reaching out via this website to input scripts, input shorts, input anything.
Yeah.
And if anything gets bought out, you get a percentage or something like that, or they buy you out with a certain
I don't know how it
caveat or
works.
something.
I'm so bad when it comes to that stuff.
Me too, man. The business end of it, freely to admit, it's not my forte. The creative end, I fucking love it.
I've made 2 films, All You Can Eat, the one with the clown being one. Years ago in Miami, another one called Love Dad.
Love Dad?
Yeah. And, I submitted them to film festivals and stuff, but when it comes, I don't know anything about that process, even about trying to promote it other than putting it online on Facebook or something. But then some festivals don't want you putting the film up online because they want it to be exclusive.
I can understand, but at the same time, you got to push your film.
Oh, I did.
They're not doing it.
I absolutely did.
Yeah. Good.
But then when it comes to, I always have to have someone else, do editing and shit like that for me and convert it in this file format.
Okay.
And I'm like, what was that one website where you would submit films out of the box, in the box?
Was it something that you
It was like a service
okay?
where it was linked with IMDb,
Oh wow!
and you
Okay.
could submit films to festivals. And I don't think it's that big anymore.
Hmm.
But it's just, for me, it's complicated. I don't know. I'm an actor.
Yeah,
I don't know anything else about making a film. Even though I've made 2, I rely on other people. What do you do? I think of you as a sound guy.
What's funny enough, that's how I started. Was
Yeah.
a sound guy.
But I get the impression you're like a jack of all trades.
Yes. So, dude, over time, went to college for sound. That's what I did on Stop Date was for audio, and that's where
That's
me and
why I
you
think
met.
of you as a sound guy.
What's interesting, though, is that at that time, I was actually doing more cinematography than sound. That's why Brian called me, is I had that Black Magic, that camera that we used. And I had bought that and got my own little setup, so you can
Yeah.
do both audio and video.
Yeah.
And it's funny enough, they wanted, I can't remember the guy who did the cinematography on that show, or on Stop Date, but
Bald guy?
it was a bigger dude,
Beard.
yes,
Bald head.
glasses.
I forget his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He wanted to film with the Black Magic. They needed an audio guy anyway. But yeah, dude, after that, I just did more interns at like studios, and now I work full time as a studio director, not far from here.
What kind of studio?
It's an ad agency. So that's what we do. It's been like 6 years now, but I'm their video director.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I think it's like an ideological issue where I'm learning now that I just don't like dealing with clients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely great for paying the bills, but at the same time, it's like passion-wise, to your point, not really that. I want to get more into narrative. And
Well, I mean, at least it's kind of in the industry.
Sure, absolutely. But I don't know, man. It's tough. Dealing with clients is one thing, but then you get inner office politics. I think that can be a bit much.
Is it a big company or small company?
It's a small.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be different if it was big. At least there would be some space.
Yeah, maybe.
But right now, it's like I'm in the office, and it's like the office. I'm selling paper, except.
So you're required to interact directly
Oh yeah.
with clients.
Oh yeah, on several occasions.
Yeah.
Not so much so where I'm giving them the media or the deliverables. They basically give down the revisions, but it's like right now, it's kind of strange. I'm trying to put it into words.
Well, it sounds kind of corporate. Are you
It
doing
is.
anything creative? Are you filming?
Well,
editing?
absolutely. This is for one.
I mean, at work.
At work, yeah. Oh yeah. We film. That's what we do. Is we film ads. Right now, for the one client we have is Exmark, so luxury lawnmowers. And at first, it was like this big brand push, but now things are going more social. And at that point when it started, it was a big crew, big everything, super cinematic, everything.
Yeah.
Lights and really, really good audio. Excuse me. But now it's like lean, mean. Let's just get these videos out,
Pumping them out.
Not
Yeah.
really my thing, but it's
Like
definitely.
these are TV commercials?
Well, some of them are TV commercials, like 30s and 15s. What's interesting now is that now it's like a digital web series. So one is like a DIY, right? One is like a reality TV show with this angler, a very famous angler. His name's Andy Morgan.
What's an angler?
A fishing guy.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he's a fisherman. Made a ton of money.
That's what it's about? Him
Yeah.
fishing?
Well, he's like later in his career. This
Yeah.
one's more about just him and his family.
Okay.
But what's interesting is, they are not really a reality TV star. So
Yeah.
we had in the editing, it turned out great, but it took some time to make it so the client was happy with how they were portrayed. Because the way him and his wife and
How does that get started? He comes to you?
well, what's interesting is one of the owners for the company I work for.
Yeah.
He's an angler.
Okay.
And that's how he knows. It's Outdoor Flicks. That's the name of the company.
Yeah.
Right? So everything pertains to the outdoors.
So he knows this guy, and he
He
was
knows
like,
this-
hey, this would be kind of
Yes. And
cool.
so
What goes on besides fishing?
well,
Are you in their house?
yeah. It's a reality TV show, so
Yeah.
there's no fishing in it. It's just like, oh, this guy was
He's
a fisherman.
That's it.
He is a fisherman.
What's
yeah.
the drama?
The drama, right? So
Is there drama?
oh, I hope
There
Jeff
has to be
watches.
drama.
I hope my boss watches this.
Yeah.
So the first episode's drama, or is like basically they're putting on a party, right? And the party, it is for them cleaning out their fridge because he's a hunter too, right? So he has all this deer, all this meat, and every year before the new season starts, they clean out their fridge. And in order to do that, they have a big party, they have a big blowout, right?
So they're just eating everything.
They're just eating everything.
Yeah.
But the whole show is us following them from cleaning out their fridge and cooking the stuff, right? But when we try to put it together, the drama is that first episode, there's fire ants everywhere. So there's ants everywhere, stopping this party from going down.
Where can this be seen?
This can be seen on Xsmart's website. I think this month is when it comes out.
How long is each episode?
Oh, it's not long. They were long. They were about 15 minutes each. But then with all the editing we had to do, because at first the client wasn't too happy with it, with the way, how Andy was, him and his wife's chemistry. They kind of jabbed at each other, which I thought was
That's good.
Cute, good, right?
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
They didn't like that. So it took some finessing to, take a little bit of that out, push the Xmark mower in there, have Andy.
So it's all full of advertising.
Oh yeah. It is what it is. That's what they want, the client wants. That's what you got to give them. At the same time, from a creative front, trying to create something.
Is it fun doing that though?
It's a challenge, man. This
Yeah.
year's been rough. It's been rough. What I
Are
find
you
fun,
okay filming something that you're just not interested in?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You are?
Dude, absolutely.
It's been doing it for what, 5 years?
I've been doing it for 6 years. I'm not an outdoor guy.
Yeah.
Dude, what's interesting is I got hired through them just for filming some football in Mississippi State.
That's fun.
I thought that was fun.
Well, if you're playing with a camera, you're having fun.
I think so. But I'm not doing that so much. Now I'm trying to lead. And leading is fine.
What do you mean? Direct?
I'm trying to direct.
Yeah.
But the problem is with the internal politics, I don't have much of a say of what I can and can't do.
At your job.
At my job. In every single step, it's like you have to get clearance from this person who doesn't know anything about what you're doing to do this. And like I have a small team and I have to get okay on how I should tell that team to work. You know what I mean? It's tough. But to your point, it is in the industry.
But like as an actor, I would probably, I'm more likely to say no to a gig that I'm just not interested in.
I agree.
Is it not the same thing?
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
Which off the top of my head, I can't even remember ever saying no to an audition.
To an audition. So do you see the scripts like in full?
I would get what's called sides, which may be half a page to 5 pages long.
Okay.
Which is a clip from a scene.
Okay.
You know what I mean? These are your sides, go over them. And nowadays, everything's self-tape at home. Like I have similar, not quite to this extent, but a little studio.
Like a camera. Like
backdrop,
a big,
some nice lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you get a reader.
Okay.
Stands behind a camera and send it in. But I've been acting in Atlanta for 7 years. I think I definitely remember turning down one audition.
One audition. Now, why did you turn it down?
It was a Southern role.
A Southern role?
I'm not going to get a Southern role.
Like you mean with the accent and everything?
Not going to happen.
Oh, okay.
But I spoke about it with my agent at the time because I felt really bad about it. About the role, about saying no. It was not a good situation.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very uncomfortable because I don't want my agent to be like, oh, Tommy might be good for this. Like, oh, but he turns everything down. No. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I try to take everything.
All of it.
As much as I possibly can.
But
even
that's
when
good.
I get it. And most of the stuff I get, I read it. There's a character description. And I'm like, this is not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But maybe I'll still get it. Maybe I'll change their mind.
Oh, okay.
This one I turned down. Southern. I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I chose to say no than to embarrass myself doing a stupid Southern accent.
I got
To
you.
the point where that casting director, when my name comes up on a future submission,
Yeah.
is going to be like, Oh no,
Yeah.
not him.
I got you.
Remember him with the accent?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's fair, man.
I mean, I've done Southern accents.
Sure.
I don't know Southern accents. Like, I don't know the difference between like a Mississippi, a Texas, a Georgia.
A Savannah drawl.
Do you know the difference?
I barely.
I don't.
But that's something that, to your point, I'm not too interested in doing. You know, like I've been talking about a little bit on this show. Like I want to break into acting a bit. But I was thinking when the Dale was here, I don't know if you know
I
Dale.
saw the video.
Yeah, you saw
Yeah,
that?
I know what you're talking about.
Well, there you go. So
Yeah.
like, I would kind of want to cultivate a personality that I just play, because there's a lot of actors
And
in
then
my
stick with it.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of actors that's what they do.
That's the best case scenario.
But that's
Unless
the
you're
best
going to be
case.
like, this, right before I left here, I was watching True Romance.
Okay.
Gary Oldman. Phenomenal. And he's never the same.
But dude, that guy's like
He's on another,
on
like
another
a
level.
ridiculous level.
Yes.
That, like, it's unachievable
I don't think so.
for most people.
Come on, no. It just takes practice, man. I feel.
But I'm in agreement with you. Like, I would love,
Mm-hmm,
I've had a few conversations with my agent, like, hey,
Okay.
if you get any roles for a Northerner,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah. Right.
Because I get a lot of Southern roles.
Okay. Is that
Now-
because of your look or the way you carry yourself on camera?
I don't know what it is. It may be like, they're looking for white guy, this
Okay.
height, this age range. That's
Okay.
Tommy. Send it in. And I've done some,
Okay.
and I was told they weren't bad. I was
Okay.
also selected again by the same casting agent, so it couldn't have been that bad. You know what I mean?
That's pretty good. I mean, you
Like
got
when you're
called
not,
back.
when not actually a callback.
Okay.
I was selected for another audition for another production. Like I didn't
okay.
get that. That's done and over. Month
But we
later,
had you in mind for
something
this.
else, and they like, yeah, I'll see him again. So it
That's
couldn't have been that
good.
bad.
Yeah.
At this point, if I'm not booking gigs, that's all I could hope for.
Oh,
is that a casting director is still willing to see me again?
well, how many gigs do you do? What have you done last time? I mean, last
Gig or
lately.
audition?
Both. Do you audition frequently?
Not now. There's nothing.
I was about to
No.
say. Yeah.
I luckily squeaked in a gig right before COVID blew up.
Really?
Like, I think it was mid-February.
Oh man! Right when things started to simmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one squeaked in. That was for a show called Genius,
Genius. That's on Amazon or something, isn't it?
Nat Geo.
Nat Geo.
It's kind of like a biopic
Okay.
type of thing. I think this is season 3, and it's about Aretha Franklin. They did one about Picasso, and I think one about Einstein.
Okay.
But they got famous people in it. I mean, you
Nice.
say you hear Nat Geo, and you're like,
Dude, now it's up in the air.
it is. It's all over the
Anyone
place.
can do.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it was a legit SAG production.
Wow.
I squeaked that one in.
That's awesome.
Squeaked it in.
Good. How long was it?
One day.
Just a single.
One
Okay.
day. Yeah. Party photographer. Not even a good credit.
Oh, okay.
Party photographer. If you ever cast a movie, if you ever have, or make a short or something like that,
Yeah.
just a word of advice.
Okay.
Actors, we only care about ourselves. Mostly.
That's why I'm told I would be a great actor.
Okay. Like the role name party photographer
Uh-huh.
on IMDb, which it's up there.
Okay.
It almost looks like an extra.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'd rather be Joe Schmo.
Got a name.
Yeah, a name. But it was like 2 quick lines in and out of the scene.
Oh, you got some speaking
So,
too.
yeah, I got some speaking. I got
That's
a good
great.
paycheck. I was in and out. I'm not complaining. I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
Okay.
It was good. Before I forget,
Uh-huh.
I've said this to you before. I need to commend you on your Facebook game.
I wanted to bring that up because
good.
You're the only person that's ever messaged me about any of that.
No one says anything
no
to you?
one says any. No. Not in the way they message like yourself.
Yeah.
That surprises me. I mean, like, what is it on there that you
What,
see?
Facebook
Uh-huh.
or social media in general is just a toxic cesspool, and I'm addicted to it.
Oh, I think we. Yeah.
I haven't been on Facebook in 3 days.
Oh, is that right?
I deleted it off my phone.
Really?
Took the little, from the my browser.
Yeah.
I mean, my account is still there,
Sure.
But I need to walk away.
Take a break, man.
This is too much negativity.
It is. It is.
But you are good at it. Not negativity. You're
appreciate
good at just breaking it up. Because you don't, everything's so like lopsided.
Yeah. Bias everywhere.
Biased.
Yeah.
So biased. And yours is like, it's so centered.
I appreciate
that like
it.
sometimes I look at it and I'm like, what's his deal? Like,
what's he thinking? Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love it.
I appreciate it,
Love
man.
it. There's only one other person who I would commend, and I have, same way, I sent them a message.
Okay.
His is all political shit.
Oh, okay.
Now, I said I don't want to talk political shit, and if it comes up, it comes up.
Sure.
His angle on it is, he has the most fairest opinion
Okay.
on any political opinion that I've read. It's
Okay.
like, oh, so-and-so did this today. That's dumb because the same person did this, a good Trump, bad Trump.
I got
Good
you.
Hillary, bad Hillary,
Yeah.
whatever it is. He'll praise them when they deserve it, and he'll talk shit about them when they deserve it as well.
Sure.
It's not one-sided. He's just straight down the middle,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. When everything else is one side or the other,
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's tough to deal with. Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm with you.
Fuck that.
It's interesting you mentioned that, man, because I appreciate you bringing it up. And I appreciate, you thinking I'm as center as I am. Because
I can't tell. Just by you post a meme or something like that, it doesn't scream like, I hate Trump.
Sure,
Or I
sure.
hate Bernie Sanders.
Right,
It's just funny.
Right. That's all
You
it's
lose
about.
me on like the video games and like anime shit. I'm like,
That anime shit. Not
I don't know that
Tommy.
stuff. That's not in my world
Sure.
at all.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's funny.
But you do a good job.
I appreciate it,
You
man.
have yet to annoy me.
That's good. That's good.
There's plenty of time though.
I try not to. It's interesting too because whenever this whole COVID thing started to come around, one of my friends, he didn't message me, but he said it in a comment. And I think you answered that comment where, he was worried about that I was getting too involved or I was worried about it. But in my mind, it was way more interesting just to see the
I
statistics.
vaguely remember this.
And you mentioned that you would appreciate if I just kept doing that or at least get, just put what's happening.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, so I kind of did a little bit of both and then ended up backing off.
That's the problem. You can't say anything.
I know, right?
It doesn't
you say
matter
one-
what you say.
Sure.
Someone's going to be pissed off.
Yeah. Or worry or, get offended or...
Everyone's offended.
Yeah,
I'm
easily.
offended at how offended everybody is.
This
You know what I mean?
offends me.
It's just,
Yeah.
it does.
I'm with you.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up into it.
Sure.
Negativity is just toxic. I'm drawn to it,
I think we all are. Sure.
but I at least realize that it's so bad. I have to act as if it's poison.
Sure.
Stay away from it.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I have friends. There's this friend I have who, two of them. One's super political on one spectrum, and the other one is on the other. And they're both my friends.
Yeah.
And they just go off on these long Facebook tangents.
With each other or just
They don't
yeah.
unprovoked.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they'll just here's my opinion on everything today, and that's cool. Go do what you want to do. At the same time, I don't think anyone reads the whole thing. And to your point, it's so, it's
but
so
Dip,
one
also
way.
they're not changing anyone's mind.
No, not at all.
You're preaching to people who already feel the same way as you. Because if they don't, they've already unfriended you.
Right.
Or they unfollowed you, so they don't see it.
Sure.
So your message is useless.
Right. It's in a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for their own good.
That's
like,
right.
I don't know what it means.
It's tough though because from a company perspective, do you think like Twitter or Facebook, do you think they foresaw all that going on? Well, who so and so can follow these people and to your point make their own bubbles and kind of just they're almost like town halls. Anyone can just say something and everyone comments or likes it.
I have mixed feelings about this.
Oh yeah?
I mean, freedom of speech.
Sure.
Say whatever you want.
Sure. Protest as well. How do you
Yeah.
feel about all that? You said you saw some.
I just got stuck behind like a parade of them.
That's crazy, man.
I get it.
Were they
I mean,
cool, calm, peaceful?
Totally.
That's good.
It was
That's
just
good to hear.
marching
that's great.
Straight line, right down the street.
Okay.
Chanting something. I don't know what it was. But they had signs.
What's it today? Yeah. Wow.
It seemed fine.
Did you join in on the
No, I was
protest?
picking up a pizza.
I mean, like in general.
Did I at all?
Do you are you pro protesting or?
I'm not anti-protesting.
Okay.
But I'm. Look at. You're putting me in a situation.
I didn't mean to.
At the risk of sounding. Look, this is like one of those situations. Like if I say something, someone's going to say, "Oh, he's a racist." If I don't say something,
Sure.
someone over here is going to say he's a racist.
Sure.
So let's just
We don't have
let
to
the
say
cat out
it.
of the bag. I'm a racist.
Finally.
Finally,
He says it.
I'm hoping I feel so much better.
They're gonna cut that part out.
Yeah. Someday.
I'm a racist.
Someday. That's all that's going to last from this video.
Oh my God.
No, I don't know, man. Yeah, I get it. I get protesting.
Yeah.
But how much can I possibly get when I haven't lived that life?
Absolutely. That's forthcoming, man. I think that's what what people want to hear. Because I'm with you. I don't know that life. I know just my life, and
Yeah.
I was part of a poor Hispanic family.
Did you grow up here?
I got bullied in North Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you say you're from Jersey, yeah?
Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
When did you get down here?
From Jersey, I went to Miami
Oh wow.
in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I think I came here. I've been here for about 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Was Stop Date like one of your first things that you did here?
Maybe.
Yeah. Were you acting in Miami or New Jersey?
I started acting in Miami. Here's what happened.
Okay.
In Jersey,
Okay.
grew up. I'll make this quick.
No, take your time.
Okay. I grew up an only child, right?
Okay.
My best friend was the television.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm with you there.
My parents were divorced.
Okay.
My father would take me to the movies.
Okay.
So
okay.
all I did, movies, television, movies, television, movies, television. That world behind that screen was captivating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Then I get a little older and I'm still in love with it. You know what I mean? But not enough to think, oh, maybe I should do this. When I finally had that thought, that aha moment, like, hey, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Because here I am thinking, like, what am I going to do in my life? You know what I mean? Oh, well, fuck it, be an actor. And I was just like, that's not realistic. That's like saying, hey, I want to be a rock and roll star. I believed that everybody wanted to be on television. Everybody fantasized about it.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just one of everybody else.
Right.
I have to find a career. I got to go to college. I got to do something. And then I remember being early 20s
Okay.
and a birthday passed. And I thought to myself, well, there's another year that has passed and you did absolutely nothing with your life. If you had maybe gone to an acting school last year, where would you be right now?
Yeah. Right.
Maybe going on auditions, maybe on a soap opera. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that wasn't enough for me to say, okay, I'm going to do something. I had a really bad drug problem.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
From age 14 to 35, I was doing a lot of drugs.
Really?
Oh,
I didn't know that, man.
a lot of drugs.
All the drugs?
All of them.
Really?
Yes.
I'm stuck on
No.
no marijuana.
PCP and crack was my thing.
Is that right?
Yes, a.k.a. angel dust.
Whoa. What? You said 14?
That's when I first did it.
When
and
you first did it, yeah?
Yeah, and I got from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I moved to Miami at
Okay.
age 35 to go into my third rehab.
Is that right?
That's where I finally got sober.
Okay.
And while I was down there, I realized there's a film and TV industry.
in Miami.
Let me back up.
Okay.
My second rehab was probably about 30 years old.
Okay.
Family intervention.
Is that right?
Oh, God,
They
it's
sat
the
you
worst.
down
It's the
and
worst.
No
My
way.
mother flew in from out of state.
no way.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like my cousin was calling me, you coming over, right? You coming? I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking be there. I'm like, something's up.
Yeah.
I didn't know what. And I go there. My mother's there because she was living in Michigan at the time. My ex-sponsor from AA was there. My best friend who was now recovered. 15 aunts and uncles, cousins, everybody. I'm just like, oh, this is it.
The whole family.
This is it. This is it.
Dude.
So I went to do you know the song "Don't Stop Me Now"?
Yeah.
Queen.
Hell yeah.
That's all I could hear in my head. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I just wanted to like jump up and go into a dance routine right in the middle of the intervention.
Really?
That's what was like going on in my head because I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready to stop.
No, my first rehab I went to because I was court ordered
Okay.
at 15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then about 30, I went to my second one after a family intervention.
Okay.
After they agreed to my terms.
What were your terms?
Meaning, you're going to pay my rent while I'm away.
Oh, okay.
My boss is not going to fire me while I'm away.
Wow.
Somebody's going to do this.
Yeah.
Because I was making sure that my life
Yeah.
was still there,
Well, sure.
which was a big mistake.
That was a mistake.
Fuck yeah.
Why is that?
I should not have gone back to any of that.
Oh, so are you saying that because of that?
Well, I was in New Jersey. I went out to California for this rehab.
Okay.
Made sure everything was still safe and sound at home. So when I get
Sure.
back, I'll have my home, my
Your
roommates,
job.
my job.
Yeah.
Boom. It was just, I was not one of those. I don't know how people are able to get sober
Mm-hmm.
in the same environment where they got high for so long.
That makes sense.
People do it.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that do it.
Really?
I had a home group from Alcoholics Anonymous back in my hometown.
Okay.
And there's people in that group today who were in my circle.
Oh,
Where
okay.
we, rolled around in the gutters together.
Okay.
But they're still in the same town with X amount of years clean.
Gotcha.
I couldn't do it.
Really?
At least not then.
Was it?
It's too many memories, man. I can't,
Yeah.
it was a small town. Everybody knows it. Everybody.
man,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I would go out and I know I'm going to run into so-and-so. And even when I came back from California, it didn't take long before I was testing the waters.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
I'm not going to get high, but I'm going to call my drug dealer
Right.
just to see how.
Let him know I'm in town.
I just want to see how he's doing.
Sure.
That's innocent, right?
Right.
Nothing
right.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Stupid shit like that.
Sure. So what brought you back? Was it just the drugs themselves, the high? Were you chasing something there?
You lost me. What? Why did I go back to drugs?
Yeah. Was it?
Well,
was
because
it
I
just
went.
the
I
drug?
went home.
Oh, okay. So the people around you.
You got to change people, places, and things.
No, absolutely.
It's not mandatory, but that will increase your odds of success.
It makes sense.
I
Yeah.
didn't do that at all. So then, shit hits the fan all over again. Worse. It's always worse than the last time. Then finally, third rehab. White towel. I threw it in. I was like, I'm fucking done.
Is that
I
right?
can get it. First one was a judge. Second one was from shut my family up. Third one was like, I need help. I have to do this.
Wow.
And that was the problem with the first two because I didn't want to go.
Right. You didn't want to change. Maybe.
I knew I had a problem, but it wasn't like I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I was still having fun.
Right.
You
right.
know,
There
was
good
still a lot of
time.
I was having fun, but I'm getting arrested while doing it,
Right. Oh wow.
or I'm low on money. Maybe I lost a job. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hit bottom, as they say, until I did. The worst, like depression,
Yeah.
thoughts of suicide every day,
Really?
every single day. I used to work as a messenger in New York City.
A messenger?
Yeah. And every morning for a long time before I went into the city in New York, I would pray that I die. Let me get hit by a bus, a train, anything. God, do whatever you have to do. Because here I am. I'm probably on 90 minutes sleep. Because the night before I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I feel like shit. I'm barely sleeping. I got to go to work. I would say a prayer. I would get on my knees every morning and say, God, just stop me. I can't stop myself. You must stop me by any means necessary. And if that means killing me,
Damn.
go for it. So you would think if someone feels that way at the start of the day, you could just build on it and get some positivity and make it through the day. Maybe get to a meeting.
Right.
No.
I don't see that.
No, it's the exact opposite. As the day starts to progress, maybe the cobwebs start to clear a little bit, and I'm like, it's 4 o'clock. I'm getting out at 5. Let me send a text over to so-and-so, see if they got anything.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
before you know it, I'm like staring at the clock. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out. I gotta get home, gotta go.
Right. Right.
And I'm doing it all over again. Same thing I did the night before. The same thing that got me to my knees and
Just
begged
praying.
for death.
Yeah, yeah.
Here I am doing it again in a matter of hours.
Damn.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was one morning, I was getting ready to go to work, and I found a big piece of crack. Okay? Which is almost unheard of.
Okay.
Crackheads don't lose crack.
They don't leave. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't a crackhead, but I had a crackhead over that night.
Oh,
And I
okay.
would use it. It wasn't my preference. Angel dust was my thing.
Okay.
But I'm waking up in the morning. I'm like, ooh, look at that. Threw it in the pipe, took a hit.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to drop dead just from that one hit because my heart, I don't know how fast a heartbeat can go before it actually explodes or gives up.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was redlining.
Damn.
I was there, right? One hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that. I screamed out loud, no, because I thought
That was
I had
it.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, yeah.
Screamed out loud. Then I ran into the kitchen.
Mm.
I maybe drank some water.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck my head in the freezer
Mm.
and just went and breathing blah, 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 until it probably took about a half hour.
Wow.
I calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
Probably called out of work. I don't remember.
Mm.
But later that day, I was digging through my garbage, which was repulsive
Mm.
because I dumped my waistband out. There was about 100 little Ziploc bags and maybe like 50 little crack vials. I just took every one of them and got any remnants
Right.
inside,
Right. Yeah.
scoop it up,
Yeah.
and got a nice bowl out of it.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Hours after, I thought I was dead.
Damn. That's wild, man.
It sucked. It fucking sucked so bad. If you ever think life is going by too fast,
Uh-huh.
get addicted to drugs.
Wow. So, I mean, at that point where that's what made it so you're done?
Not even then.
Not even then.
I probably went for a couple more years.
Really?
I remember sitting, this stands out. I was outside of an AA meeting,
Mm-hmm.
sitting on steps, crying by myself. Guy comes up to me who was a big influence to me. He was like when he spoke inside an AA meeting, like I listened because he was the bottom of the barrel.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now here he's got a wife, he's got a car, he's got a house, he's got a construction
good.
company. I was like, I could see a change in him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I looked up at him and I said, I can't take it anymore. I'm done. I'm done. And without batting an eye, he kind of chuckled and said, you'd be surprised how much longer you can go.
Really?
And I said, no way. This is it. 3 years later,
Mm-hmm.
I kept going.
Really?
Yeah.
3 years after that, you
3
were still
years.
doing the same thing.
3 years more.
Wow. So how old were you when you completely and did you do it like cold turkey?
Well, I went to my third rehab in Miami,
At 35.
35.
Right.
I stayed as an inpatient,
Mm-hmm.
meaning living in the facility,
Mm-hmm.
for 13 months.
Wow.
From there, I went to a halfway house
Right.
for about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I went to what's called a sober living,
Okay.
which is, it was a house.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived with like 4 or 5 dudes that I knew from rehab. And I lived there for a year.
Gotcha.
So it's close to almost 3 years,
years, yeah.
right there, just invested
yeah.
and not
Getting
fucking-
clean.
Just
yeah.
getting clean.
Yeah. And did they set you up for the job, like with a job and stuff like that?
They you get to a point. There's different levels.
I see.
You know, after you do so well, okay, you could be level 2,
Mm.
and like you get your cell phone,
Yeah.
or you're level 3, you get to go on work search. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
yeah, I bought a car.
Oh, that's
I mean, I was still in rehab.
Mhm.
I was able to save up some money, buy a car, got a job. What's the matter, baby? And little by little,
Yeah.
it sucked. It sucked.
that's
Just starting life all over again.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Imagine you lose all this.
all of it.
Your job,
Yeah.
her,
Right.
all your money,
Just
everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, your self-respect. Your family is just like
My integrity.
wants nothing to do with you.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
And you're
yeah.
on your own. You're all alone, and it's scary.
Yeah.
And you're in another state.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite the situation, man.
It sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for pity. It just sucked.
Wow. I had no clue about this.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
I have 15 years clean.
That's awesome. Congrats, man. Now, do you not do anything? Like
Nothing. I don't smoke
no-
weed. I don't drink beer.
No drink beer? Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. You just stay straight edge.
If that's what you want to call it. The
Yeah.
way I look at it now is
Uh-huh.
I identify as a drug addict. I never identified as an alcoholic.
I see.
Okay?
I see.
But if I sit in an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, I'll say, I'm Tommy G, I'm an alcoholic. Some of them want you to
To say that.
just to say that.
Yeah,
It depends on the meeting.
Gotcha.
I've been to meetings where, like, if you say, I'm Tommy G, I'm a drug addict, they're like,
Right.
I had a guy stand up once. He's like, we'll let you druggies stay here, but you're not going to speak in my meeting.
Really?
Yeah, so who needs that shit?
Yeah.
I'm not looking for conflict. So I'll identify as an alcoholic. I never liked Narcotics Anonymous anyway.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a different crowd.
I see.
A lot of riffraff.
How
You
do
know what I mean?
How do you mean?
It's a younger crowd, bunch of knuckleheads.
Bunch of kids.
And they're kind of, they're all hooking up and like, they're literally going there like making connections. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Now I can see
Look,
the problem.
if you were a drug addict and you didn't know where to go buy drugs, go to an NA meeting.
Sure.
You'll find something.
There will be someone.
Or someone will know somebody.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
So there's a lot of that. So I stuck with AA, even though drugs is my thing.
Right.
But I think occasionally I'll think about like, oh, a nice cold
Yeah.
Beck's
Yeah.
with this hamburger.
Oh, hell
Goes
yeah.
so well.
Right.
But I don't drink it.
Right. I gotcha. Is it just to stay away from that whole...
There's a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
One, people in AA would tell me that I would justify my way into drinking a beer,
Okay.
and that would eventually lead me to what I want.
I see. That'd be the start.
It's the gateway.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I get that.
Absolutely.
I'm not willing to take that chance. Two, I didn't really care about beer that much in the first place. So why would I now think about it
Right.
so deeply sometimes?
Sure.
That's
sure.
not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then three, I'm very competitive.
You and me both.
I'm very competitive. And when I got sober in my rehab, at the time there was about 60 people in there. Okay.
Wow.
Not everyone stayed for 13 months. Most did 60, 90 days, 6 months, whatever.
Oh, more short term.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I had really good insurance. So everyone, every single person, at least that I was able to keep tabs on over the last 15 years, relapsed.
Really?
Yeah.
All of them?
Even every single one of my core group of like best friends, at some point, they all relapsed.
Whoa. That's wild.
So that puts me in the number one spot.
Yeah. There's the competition, right?
I'm not willing to give it up.
That's a good way to look at it. You're clean, man. You're good.
I'm clean. I'm okay. I'm good.
That's
I'm
good.
competitive to a flaw.
Yeah.
But in this case, I think it's a good thing.
It absolutely is. Wow. That's wild, man. I mean, the only thing I've ever done, to your point, never really been much of a drinker ever. I think even when I was 21, a friend of mine took me to like a Chili's or whatever and bought me anything I wanted.
Yeah.
I had like 2 drinks.
It's not that fun.
Not for me. Yeah.
You get full.
Yeah.
You gotta pee. You're gonna throw up.
Right. Well,
know what I mean?
I agree. Well, I started smoking weed when I was like 14,
Yeah,
14,
me too.
15.
Me too.
I love it. Even now. Like, I texted you. I was like, do you mind if I smoke?
Did you say that?
I did, but it was with other texts.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, you're good, man. We smoked earlier today, but even then, it got to a point, just even that, it just messed with my head, man.
Really?
Absolutely.
Weed would fucking cripple me right now.
Really?
Well, here's the thing. I started off.
You'd
I
be just blazed out of your mind.
I wouldn't be able to do this with you right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You would think, oh, like I could smoke angel dust
Sure.
mixed with crack till the cows come home.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you two would be like chewing on the table,
Yeah, probably, yes.
crying. Make it stop.
I don't
You know
doubt
what
it,
I mean?
dude. Yeah.
And I'm going to leave and I'm going to drive. I'm just going to go about my life because it became, that was like, when I got out of work, some people want to unwind and light up a joint,
Right.
have, sip some wine.
Absolutely.
I want to get home and smoke some angel dust.
Some
I
angel-
just got to take the edge off.
That's where it got to that point where that was your relaxing.
That was my cocktail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but I started smoking weed at age 14.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy, we were like the Bill and Ted
Sure.
before Bill and Ted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So every now and then he stayed smoking weed. He still smokes weed to this day.
He does. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, vacations are in Amsterdam, and his life is just based on it.
Wow.
Prescription weed he's getting now.
Lucky.
He has no need for prescription weed. But every now and then I would call him up. I'm like, can you just throw me a bone or something? Give me a bud. Because if I could just go back to that, I could get off of this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you tried to substitute weed.
The marijuana maintenance plan is what people in recovery refer to it as.
No way.
Yeah, let me just smoke weed and get away from all this shit. So he'd come over and he'd give me like a generous amount.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So whatever, I'd put it in a pipe, I'm smoking it. And then all of a sudden I'm just like,
Just zoned out?
the worst thing. Oh, and then, long story short, I'd be like, okay, there's too much weed in here. Let me take some of this out. Let me put a little crack on top of it. You know what I mean? Then take a hit of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's almost there.
Almost. Okay.
Let me just take all of the weed out, put some angel dust on top of it. Now I'm like, take off.
You got it. You got it.
But the worst thing, if I were to smoke weed with people, I get so paranoid and so jammed up that I can't speak.
Really?
And a voice, a loud voice in my head is saying, you better say something. Everyone's looking at you. You look real stupid.
Oh, my God.
Say something. Say anything. Say something now. And then I'm like, food goes here. And then the voice says, oh, now you really fucked up. You should have just kept your mouth shut. I can't. It's so strong.
It is. It is very strong.
I was smoking like an ounce a day at 14. We would buy it for like $40
Right.
off
right.
the like the street off some kid named Flacco in Union City, New Jersey. You know what I mean?
Good old Flacco.
Flacco.
Yeah.
Always go to Flacco.
Oh, my God. I love that.
But it got, when I wasn't doing it, my tolerance for weed just fell, dropped. And then it got better and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah. It can get dangerous, man.
I don't know how people do it.
I love it. But to your point, I've never really been addicted to anything like drugs or anything like that, but I do think it got to that point with weed.
Yeah?
Dude, every morning before I did anything, smoke, every morning for years. And then same thing for lunch, same thing for, dinner.
But why?
That's a good question. It would always be
Does
for,
it make things better?
I think it got to the point where I quit for like 6 months. Because it was definitely a substitute. I wasn't doing so hot. Wasn't really happy with my job. And yeah. This was pretty recently too, a couple of years ago.
I remember being 14 years old and thinking, I can't do anything without weed.
That's how it was for years for me, dude.
Yeah.
All through whenever we shot Stop Date, high as a kite.
Didn't matter.
The whole time.
Going to a
man.
family reunion, had to
Absolutely.
smoke a joint.
Absolutely.
Going bowling, had
Right.
to smoke a joint. Going fishing with my father, got to
Right.
smoke a joint. Because if I don't,
Yeah.
it's the worst place in the world to be.
Right. I was the same way.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I don't think it was good for me. But after stopping, I think I was able to see that, because it's tough
But
when
you
you're
still
stoned.
smoke now.
Oh, I go back now.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot more responsible. I don't wake up and then go for it all the time anymore.
get it.
There's days when I don't.
I'm not the type of person that's like, I'm going to look down on people for smoking or
Sure.
drinking. Part of me envies you
Is that
that you can do that
yeah, right?
every now and then. You could go out to a bar and have a drink or whatever.
Sure.
There's so many functions. like acting related get-togethers and functions
Yeah.
that are just all in bars,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
like that Film Bar Monday thing.
Yeah, yeah, where people gather and they just have
What
a
am I
few
gonna
drinks. Mm,
It's awkward for me to go into a situation like that
yeah,
and the club soda.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not like, I can be a social butterfly, but
Mm-hmm.
it just really depends on the situation.
Sure, sure.
So I may do fine in that scenario, or I may just have a bottle of water and
Sure.
slowly back out.
Right, right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
I'm the
weird.
same way. I'm the
Are
same
you?
way. Yeah.
No, you seem very social. Why the hell would you even do this?
Well, this I'm doing because, like yourself, I meet all these amazing people who are really good at what they do, and I never get the chance to hang out with them.
Yeah.
We never really get, and it's cool because it's the name of the game. You know, like I'm out here doing this corporate gig with an ad agency, but if
Yeah.
I wasn't, I would still be doing freelance.
What do you want this to go anywhere?
This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you see it doing?
Oh, I'm hoping it's like, you know, the one day getting to like the next big show.
You know enough people in the industry that this could be the greatest produced show that no one's ever heard of. You know what I mean?
I would love
You
for
could
that
have
to be
someone
the slogan.
build a set.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure you know some voiceover guys. You could have an
Oh, yeah.
announcer.
That's true.
You could probably
That's
get
true.
a band in here. I'm sure you know music. Do you
Dude.
still play guitar?
I do.
Still?
I do. Yeah.
Like daily?
yeah. Not daily, but
No?
there's one in the office. In my
Yeah,
office.
yeah.
And I hadn't played for years, but dude, I was practicing since 14 till about 25 every day for like 4 to 6 hours.
I've lived that life.
And I have stopped for like 2 years and was able to pick it back up no problem.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing now is like it's almost like there's cobwebs.
Your fingers are.
Yeah,
It's like you
you
got
just gotta-
arthritis.
Yeah. You just gotta.
I
snap it
took
back
my
in.
first guitar lesson in grammar school,
Is that right?
and I played up until I want to say maybe 18.
18. Wow.
But like I was the kid
yeah.
locked in his room,
Right. Yeah. Right.
just jamming on a fucking guitar, figuring out like Iron Maiden solos.
Iron
And
Maiden,
it's all I
Led
did.
Zeppelin.
All I did.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I'm a kid of the 80s. So it was all, hair metal, Ozzy, AC/DC, all. Iron Maiden was, for me, that was my number one.
Yeah.
So
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest is great. But back then it was Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all I
awesome.
played was Iron Maiden. Like if you gave me a guitar right now, I'm going to play the Trooper.
Yeah. There you go. I would play right now if I was gonna pick some 80s tunes. It'd be from like AC/DC or Van Halen. Dude, I got into guitar because of my dad. He, like you, he moved from Mexico to LA in like 84, 85.
Yeah.
And he stayed there for a few years during that whole craze. And he got to play with all these greats, man, when they were just trying to get picked up or forming their bands.
Really?
He got to play with the bassist of Van Halen and then like sat down and had a beer with him for like a few hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then he was a guitarist himself.
Yeah.
And he got into it when I was around 13, 14, and I was like, I might as well just try it. Then I learned chicks loved it, and that was it.
It was cool.
This is what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
And to your point, the competition thing, I'm like, I just want to see how good I can get.
Were you ever in a band?
Oh yeah. Several. I would go around churches just to get practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you read music?
I did in high school, but not for guitar. I read music for trombone and baritone.
Play trombone?
Oh yeah.
What?
In the high school band, man.
Really? Yeah. I never learned to read music. I was. My first year in county college, I took music theory,
Oh right.
but that didn't last very long.
Yeah.
With guitar, you don't need to read music.
I agree. It just depends on what you want to do with it, I
Yeah.
think. Because I did some jazz stuff for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And my professors always wanted they were pushing for me to learn how to play or read music because they thought I could be a studio musician.
That's what I wanted. But I knew I had to learn to read music. I was like, yeah, that's a problem.
It's a problem. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that. At that age, I wanted, to your point, be a rock star.
Yeah.
Tour, just play everywhere. And I was a part of several bands. My last one, a 3-piece band, just me, my bassist, and my drummer. Unreal musicians, man.
What kind of music?
Unreal. Well, at that point, that was after the jazz and everything. So we ended up doing like metal funk and, like really good pockets with the bass and the drums. And then everything I would do would just be on top of that. And it ended up being pretty cool. But things happen. That's a whole story.
Playing in a band was probably some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without drugs.
That makes complete sense. Yeah.
And I miss that.
I'm with you. It's tough to find people to
The two
do that
things
with.
I missed the most that I gave up for drugs were, I sold my BMX bike.
Oh,
so I've always, I have a nice bike now. I got a Cannondale, but
no way.
I can't fucking ride it anymore.
Why is that?
My body just doesn't want to cooperate.
How do you mean?
I can't. I mean, we used to do tabletops and all sorts of tricks, and we had a racetrack. We did all sorts of shit. We were racers. You know what I mean? I can't do that anymore. I have a really nice bike, but I'm just bored.
Right.
I don't
Doesn't
even know
call to you.
Not so much.
Yeah. I feel the same way about music, man.
And I own about 4 or 5 guitars. I have 2 of them at my place now.
Is that right?
It's 1974 Fender Telecaster Deluxe.
Oh, damn, man. Wow.
It might be the most expensive thing I own.
It's a few grand, yeah.
And I bought it for $100.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you buy it?
Hold on. His camera just went out.
Oh, shit. It's all good.
It's black now.
It's all good. I got this. All right, you two talk for a second.
Do you play an instrument?
For me?
Do you?
No.
Nothing?
My mother tried to sign me up for piano to like you guys to learn music, like to learn to read it.
I think everyone
Yeah.
should learn music.
I can see the valid like learning
Yeah.
music, but it just never clicked.
No?
No.
Yeah, I guess you gotta feel it.
Oh, that's the black one. Yeah. I just also it's like that's Homero's empty chair. Sorry for the really bad editing right now. But also I think it's like the passion of the teachers, because each piano teacher I had, it seemed like they were just there to tell you what to do and then bring in the next person.
Yeah.
But if you saw them near their prize pupil that could get it automatically,
Different
it's
situation.
a whole different person.
Yeah.
These fucking teachers' pets, man.
I took piano lessons too for a while.
Yeah?
I took piano lessons to help me with guitar.
Gotcha.
You know?
Right. It does. It definitely does help you with guitar.
I used to work in a music store. I was doing electronic guitar repairs.
Really?
At like age 18.
Oh, damn.
So like guitar, after BMX being my life, guitar was everything to me. Everything.
Yeah.
But I was already doing drugs. And I don't mean to make drugs the only topic of this conversation.
No, you're good.
It just comes up a lot in my life.
I can see why.
Yeah. But I was already doing drugs. But then the more I did, the more I started to just push things, people, everything aside until it was just nothing.
Yeah.
And guitar, I miss it. I pick it up every now and then, and I'm just like you.
Get
like
in
my
there, dude.
Fingers
don't
want to do what my brain is telling them to do.
Just practice some scales, man. You'll get there in no time.
That was the plan.
6
like
months.
right now, perfect timing to just sit home and play my guitar.
Absolutely.
I still haven't done it.
Really?
No.
I think that's pretty common, man. Because one thing, whenever this all went down, I was like, dude, I'm gonna read more. I'm gonna draw more.
Yeah, everyone's got high hopes.
Do some writing. Now I've done a little bit of all of those.
How's the sketches coming?
It's coming good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What pisses me off is I'm in a rut where I think I've learned everything I need to learn from a technical perspective. But I'm so much of a pussy. I don't want to put into practice in order just to get good at what I want to draw.
Now, I've seen your sketches.
Oh, like on Instagram.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
Sure.
Did you? I got the impression that you started it as with no experience.
None.
Nothing.
Because
Because you could see the progression. Hands.
well, I appreciate
Hands are hard to draw.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I used to draw really well as a kid,
Really?
and I always knew what is the deal with hands?
Right.
Something they just never come out right. It defies logic. I don't understand it.
I think it's they're so complicated.
It is.
You know,
it's weird.
yeah.
But I saw you did some hands. I was like,
I
they
appreciate
look
it,
like
man.
hands.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's going good. I do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I have like a routine to warm up. I'll do just all these shapes, and then everything's very angular, circular, and then I'll just make them more complicated. Try to do everything from my head just to warm up. Same thing. I move from that to then like squares and blocks.
And what are you warming up for?
Well, right now I'm just doing all that to then do a couple of hours of figure drawing.
Okay.
And just trying to get good at gesture and
when are you
people.
but when are you really gonna?
I know.
Draw
Tommy.
something.
I know. I agree. It's just I'm in my own head, man.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I've
Calling me out, this guy.
Yeah. I have. Do you know what Duolingo is?
That sounds familiar. Is that what?
It's like an online language learning thing.
Right. Okay.
I have I think it's a 720-day streak of doing Italian lessons.
Is that right?
Why?
700?
720-day streak.
That's a lot, dude.
You would think I might know something about, but I mean, if Luigi came to the door right here, I'm going to be like, hold on a second.
Right.
Even when I'm under pressure, I can't do it.
I
But
can.
I'm warming up.
Yeah.
as you
Right.
say.
Yeah.
I don't know what for. No, I do know what for. I'm applying for dual citizenship in Italy.
Is that right?
Yes, I have an appointment in January. This has been going on for about a year and a half.
Wow.
And I have an appointment at the Italian consulate in Miami in January,
Uh-huh.
assuming I'm able to get all my documents in time.
Even now, they're doing all this.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's the whole process has changed. I mean, there was
Sure.
like a freeze for a while, but it seems to kind of be picking up again,
back
and
up.
hopefully my appointment is still valid.
Yeah.
And so then hopefully everything goes well with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a requirement to speak English for that interview, but I think it would be beneficial. Plus, I always wanted to learn. Did I say English?
I'm pretty sure you meant Italian, yeah.
I meant Italian.
Yeah. I got you.
I've always wanted to speak Italian.
Yeah.
My grandparents from Italy, they spoke Italian, but then they stopped.
Do you have family there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. You just
I'm-
want to go or want to live
Oh, I go
there?
every year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It-
Like for
it-
vacation?
Yeah.
Yeah. To get away?
Dude, you never been there?
Never. Never, man. I got to travel more. That's one thing I want to do too. Why do I want to do so much, Tommy?
It's so awesome over there.
Yeah.
It is. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, just the history. America does not have history
Not like
that. Like
Yeah.
European history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
so gorgeous.
I bet.
we
man.
we knock buildings down
Right.
and put up a Walmart.
Right.
They save everything. And it's also old.
Dude.
There's like, I was in Venice.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking down the street, and there's this really old, it might have been a church or something like that. It's old. It's gorgeous. But across the opening, Burger King.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Because that's what they have to work with.
Yeah. They're not going to move that. They're not going to tear it down.
There's probably a law that states that they can't.
That they
I don't
can't.
know.
Yeah. Wow. Kind of wish it was like that here. But I mean, to be honest, to your point.
We're not as old.
No. I don't think there were many monuments
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
here.
They had a head start.
Yeah. Well, maybe in like Mexico and stuff with like the pyramids. But
Yeah.
yeah, never really here. That's wild, man.
So maybe someday when you draw something, I may actually be able to speak some Italian.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
To your point, I didn't think about it until the other day, but trying to figure out what I'm trying to warm up to. She, Katie, mentioned this app where it gives you things to draw just for fun, and like it mixes two
random
shit. And it was like a ballerina butcher type thing. And I looked at reference and everything, and I ended up just drawing it, sketching it out super quick. Found a gesture from a ballerina, a butcher, how they look. And
Is it one of each?
it's mesh.
Okay.
So like,
So it's a ballerina with a hatchet.
right. That's
Yeah.
what I ended up drawing.
Yeah.
And making it look like a butcher, but just doing this thing. And to your point, I think maybe it's time where it's like you give yourself projects and then try to just do
Well,
that.
did you write your own songs?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
No?
I just played other people's songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, well, that's what you got to do.
I never wrote.
It could never come out the way you.
My own worst critic for everything.
Same, man.
Everything.
Same.
So maybe I would write like a little ditty or something like that, and I
Sure.
would just be like, nobody wants to hear this.
Right.
I'm not even going to present it to the guys.
Right. I'm not going to show this to everyone.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Other people's music is all I did. What are you watching on TV right now?
Right now.
What's good?
At this moment, I just finished Upload. And
The movie?
it's a show on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So to your point, dude, everyone is making everything right now, and a lot of it's pretty good. But I think a lot of critics are being hard on so much. It's hard to believe them. To your point, they have a bias.
Have you heard of Dark, the series?
No, I haven't.
You have to watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it.
I think it's the greatest thing on television right now.
What's it on?
It is on Netflix, and
Okay.
this is the perfect time for you to get into it
Okay.
because they have season 1 and 2
Perfect.
up.
Okay.
Season 3, which will be the final season, starts at the end of the month.
That's awesome.
This show, one, it's about time travel.
I'm already in.
It's so fucking complicated
Okay.
that you really have to pay attention.
Okay.
You can't get up and go to the bathroom or
Right.
get some food because the way time travel works in this is there are jumps of 33 years.
33 years.
You can only go 33 forward or 33 back.
Wow.
Okay.
So specific.
Yeah. And they kind of explain that somewhat. But what's complicated about it, okay, one, it's German.
That's even better. I
So
love it.
the names of the characters, I'm unfamiliar with them. Like
Yeah.
Helga and Ehrlich.
Right.
I don't even know how to say his name. Just,
Henrik or something
yeah.
like that.
So I don't know. These are not everyday names for me. But then, okay, once you start to get familiar with these people, because it starts in 2019.
Oh, really recent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, someone jumps forward or back, and now there's a different version. You're now seeing like the 1956 version of Helga.
Really?
They will have this like this guy Helga. There's 3 of them.
Okay.
One for each 33-year jump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just you get familiar with seeing Helga, then all of a sudden it's another time and you're like, who the fuck's this old guy? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to get to re-know the characters all over again because many of the characters are in different time zones.
Yeah. I have to check that. Is it a Netflix original? It is? Oh, you know what it is.
Do you know the show?
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I guess it starts off with like a kid in a base. Like it looks like he's in the basement, but it's also a cave.
Yeah.
I started.
Why'd you stop watching it?
Well, I started it because when I finished the first season of Stranger Things,
Yeah.
it's like this is very similar. You'll like it. It's just in German.
Yeah.
And then I think some other show came out, and I was like, okay, let me figure out what this is, and I'll come back to this later. I just never came back.
You can't go back to it.
No.
If you
It's
take a
hard.
break, you're done.
That's how it is now. Yeah.
It's
If you
no,
stop,
it's just
you're never
that
going back.
complicated.
Oh, you mean
Here's what happened. I watched. Okay. What'd she say? Stranger Things
Yes.
and Dark season 1 came out around the same time,
Okay.
and I watched them both around the same time. I think Dark is better. Okay. So then season 1's over. I'm like, I can't wait for season 2. Season 2 comes out. I put now a year later. Okay.
Right.
I put on like episode 1, season 2, and I'm like 15 minutes in. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, who's this? I'm like, done. I can't do it. I said, that's it. I give up. I'm not going to do it. But then I forced myself. I watched season 2, and I started to kind of remember, oh, that's that one guy, and he went back, and he's looking for the kid, and this, and then when I finished 2, I was like, I'm going to go right back to 1.
Right.
Which is kind of weird because the fact that it jumps all over the place in time, you don't really have to watch it in chronological order, I found.
That's awesome.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably best to watch it in the order that they release it. But I watched 2, and then that made 1 make more sense, more than the first time.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
yeah, you're
saw
getting
that again,
context now, yeah.
and then as soon as I was done with that, I went back to 2. I'm on 2 again, and now it's even making more sense again. And hopefully, by the time I'm doing this, I'm going to jump right on to season 3, and that's going to be it.
Okay.
It is so smartly written that the writers, they either have to be geniuses or absolute madmen.
Maybe a bit of both.
Because I watch it and I'm like, how the fuck does anyone come up with this shit? It
That's
makes no
awesome.
sense. Look, I love time travel stuff,
Same.
but this is no Back to the Future.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking deep.
Okay. Dark.
I'm breaking my number one rule to not give recommendations.
Okay. You don't give recommendations.
I try my best not to.
Okay.
Because,
I gotcha.
look, so many people have recommended, oh, you should watch this show, listen to this band, go to this restaurant.
Right.
And I do it, and I'm just like, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
And vice versa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You may hate this pizza for all I know. You know what I mean?
I fucking love it.
It was really good.
It was awesome.
It was good.
Yeah.
But last year, my cousin took her first trip to Italy. I said, you got to go here. You got to go here. You got to eat at this place.
Yeah.
And she came back to me. She was like,
Really?
it wasn't that restaurant wasn't that good, but we went to this place. And I was just like, oh. That was the aha moment. I was like, not everyone likes everything that I like. And I don't like anything that anybody else likes. So I should just keep my mouth shut and not give recommendations. And I may have just made a mistake by recommending Dark to you, but I think it's that fucking good.
I'm going to check it out, man.
Do you like Stranger Things?
I thought that the new season, the third one, was much better than the first two.
This is so much fucking better.
Good.
Stranger Things is cool. I watch it. It's
fine.
It's silly.
It is. Oh my god.
You know what I mean? It's silly. You like the kids. I like the kids. I like the
Yeah.
80s aspect of it.
I love that. I'm with you.
Okay, but you have 80s in this one too.
Is that
Because
right?
86 is one of the years that they can jump to.
Oh, okay. Right in the middle.
Yeah, so
Hell yeah.
but even when it's in 86, just the music, they're playing like Flock of Seagulls and Kaja Goo Goo and all those 80s pops. Just the music overall, like soundtrack to this, it's like this really cool, like somber, melancholy music. I don't even know what genre you would call it.
Yeah.
But the music is great.
Okay.
I would say the acting is great, but I don't know. You ever watch? I can't tell foreign films.
I'm with you.
They always look really good.
I'm with you.
The acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched this one with dubbed English.
Oh no! You liked it
The
with
dubs
the dub.
are good.
The dubs are good.
They're good. They're good.
Okay. Okay.
And subtitles.
Both.
Well, because there's a lot of stuff you have to read. If someone pulls out like a police report,
Sure. Sure.
they'll put that at the bottom in English.
Right. Right.
So that's my recommendation. At least
Yeah.
have subtitles.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's how I like to watch foreign films. I watch. It's interesting because you mentioned anime. I love dubs on anime. Anything animated. Dubs, I think, work better. But sometimes the Japanese actors or whoever it is do well too. But with film, like what came out this year, Parasite.
Oh yeah.
Love that. Love it.
I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I got into I have a history with South Korean cinema.
Okay.
Like I got into it when I was young, like 11, 12. I got into some super adult, violent, like back then it was like revenge. That was all in South Korea at the time. So Quentin Tarantino did like a presents with a few Southern Korean films.
Okay.
One of them was called Old Boy, and that's
Oh, I know Old Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did an American version with
I think I've seen both.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Yeah, I've seen them both.
Yeah, but the other one, he recommended. I watched it, fell in love. Then I started following directors, South Korean directors, and I got in it, man. But ever since I was younger, I was used to watching those movies with subtitles, and now it's not too much of a thing. But it is. It does. I can see why people are impeded by getting into those kind of films with the dubs because it's tough to follow sometimes.
I watch English TV with subtitles.
Is that right?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, here's what started it. You know the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably saw it 3 times before I put the subtitles on. And you'd be surprised how much you miss because a lot of the dialogue is just drugged out slurs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll be, oh, that's what he was saying when he was yelling at the person in the next car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just became a habit. I don't always do it, but it's very common for me to have subtitles on for almost anything.
That's good to know, man.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with games.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I cannot game. I was never a gamer.
Hey man.
Even as a kid.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
My whole life. Even like when I had Atari. I always liked the idea of playing games. My brain isn't built for it. I don't have the patience.
Yeah.
I just want to like complete this task.
Right.
I don't want to like go through the door and then go back and find the key and then jump out the window. You know what I mean? And then I die and now I have to start all over again. I don't want to do that. I want to just like get the book.
Right.
Tell me where all the clues are, all the secret rooms,
Dude.
and get to the end as quickly as possible.
I agree. I mean, right now, the older I get, the more I realize, how valuable time is.
Yeah.
Right. And coupled with that, to your point, I can't play a game the way I did 10 years ago.
Really?
No. I think it's ridiculous. It's retarded. It really is. And a lot of these games are way too long. They're not thought out through pacing.
They look awesome, though.
They look great. And there are some good ones that I think right now Sony is doing rather well with their AAA titles. Multi-million-dollar titles. Crazy. One comes out this month called The Last of Us 2. It's a sequel.
Okay.
And they did the first one, The Last of Us, 6 years ago. That game broke people's minds of what
they're like
storytelling.
movies.
That's right.
Which is kind of cool.
It's right. Yeah, absolutely. But now with me and with people like yourself, they have a mode just called story mode.
Or you could just watch it.
You don't watch it.
You play it.
You play it, but it's so tapered back that, to your point, there's a task, you do it, you move on. There's no dying. It's not hard. You're not stopped by the experience.
No special moves. And
nothing. You're just, to your point, focused on the story. It's super easy. And this is a pretty popular thing now. It happened like 5 years ago, 6 years ago when a few other big titles started to do it, and people were receptive to it.
Really?
Yeah, and at first I was like, that's that's anti-gamer.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking that was...
it's kind of cool.
I was closed-minded because, to your point, people like you that you don't really game and you want to experience what other people
I don't even know that I could do that.
Yeah.
But I could watch somebody do that.
Yeah.
You know
That's how she is. She likes more passive games.
Yeah.
Where there isn't a goal. You just kind of play it. And now games are so complicated. It's hard to find those, but she's been playing Animal Crossing. You know about that game?
I know Animal Crossing.
Yeah. She loves it. And I like it too. I can see I never played a game like that. To your point, I was more like open world, a slew of things to do.
I've tried many times throughout my life to become a gamer.
Really?
I've tried.
Yeah?
And I just can't do it.
What'd you try with, man?
I don't even remember. Well, back in the day, like I had Atari.
Okay.
I remember having the Raiders of the Lost Ark game.
Hell yeah.
Then I remember on like my first PC, I had a game. It was big at the time, mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
I don't remember the name of it though, but it was very fantasy-esque, and there's woods and bridges, and you had to figure shit out.
Oblivion or something.
Something like that. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Then when I was living in Miami, like I had a game unit. I don't even remember which one it was, but I bought a racing game, car racing.
Right.
And I bought like an NHL game. I like hockey.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
My brain
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
I'm with you, man. It's tough for me to find a game where I'm actually just gaming. Now I'm in the mood of like I was playing the past few days Spider-Man, and again lately Sony has been doing this tailored template where they're all third person. That means you see your character.
Okay.
They all have a ton of cutscenes, and basically those are the movies.
Yeah.
And it's a long story, and the story is done like a Marvel movie. It's top tier. Crazy.
Can you see the whole story in one sitting?
Yeah. I mean, well, like a 5-hour sitting, 6-hour sitting.
But then what? Is that it? Are you done?
With the game, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You play the game and you experience...
Can you change the story?
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Some games, like one of my favorite series, Mass Effect, there's 3 games, and it's all taking place in space.
Okay.
But the whole game, the whole series is made on choices. So you get to pick how you look like. You get to be with who you want to be with.
Yeah.
There's like relationships
Yeah.
that go on. There's drama.
Do you have to worry about getting killed?
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can make it, again, that was one of the first games to make it where there's just a story mode.
Yeah. I'm a story mode guy.
That's cool.
I would have to be.
I've done the third game, which is controversial in its own right. It was one of the first ones that had a story mode.
Yeah.
And now whenever I replay the trilogy every year, I love the story so much. Yeah, dude. To your point, the choices you make matter.
Yeah.
And they change everything.
Are you into like superhero movies, Marvel movies?
Not too much.
I can't stand superhero movies.
I think like from a movie perspective, all of them are the same,
Yeah.
except the last two.
What's your favorite comic book movie? This is a very difficult question because there's, in my opinion, there's
None.
not a lot of good choices.
No. Well, you're saying comic book. Are you meaning like from the Marvel films, or just
Sure,
like
it's
if it's in a book, like graphic novels? Because I like Sin City. I like V for Vendetta. I only just learned that was a graphic novel. I didn't
just
even
learned
know.
that right now.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
that was a great movie.
What'd you think of? I would go with. What's the one with the little the button with the smiley face? The Watchmen.
Yeah,
I like The Watchmen.
same writer as V for Vendetta, Alan
Is it
Moore.
really?
I had no clue either.
Oh, no
I
shit.
watched a Wisecrack video. If you're into, you'd like YouTube,
Sure.
it's kind of.
Yeah.
I use it for everything, man. Learning stuff, like
I'm probably on it daily.
dissecting things.
Yeah.
I was watching a video last night. They do a series called Deep or Dumb. And
Okay.
They do it for everything. Games, movies.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one for V for Vendetta, and I haven't watched it for years, but I was like, I remember, I thought that was a pretty deep movie.
It was cool.
You know, a lot of political stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, and then they started playing it, and that's when I learned that it was a fucking graphic novel.
I had no idea.
And it was way different.
Really?
Oh man! Like in the movie, V, the guy, he's dashing, right? He's almost like likable, you know. In the book, it's not so much like that. In the book, it more pushes on his
So the book
his insanity.
Guy Fawkes. That was the guy.
In the book,
Guy Fawkes is the one that V.
is emulating
Yes.
with the mask.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't think he wore. Well, it's a Guy Fawkes mask.
Mask, right?
Guy
right.
Fawkes didn't wear a mask.
No,
but
no,
he's
no.
the one who, what did he do? Set Parliament
On fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he blew it up.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I don't know if he's Guy Fawkes in the book.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it like 150 years or something like that?
I have no idea.
So, from what I understand, the book is just way, or the graphic novels are way more in depth, and that was it.
Isn't it just a comic book?
Aren't they just video games, man? They're just movies, dude.
Where do you stand on Star Wars?
On Star Wars?
Yeah, are you a fan?
I want to be, man, so badly.
I gave up.
I'm
done with Star Wars.
Yeah. What was the breaking point? What's up? Hey, that's where one animal shits.
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was. A couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
The one where Han Solo died?
Right, the first of the new trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last one I saw, and that's when I stopped.
They have not been a bad place to stop.
What's his face is it, bitch? You know who I'm talking about. What's his name?
Which guy? Who's the bitch? I want to know.
The bad guy. Kylo Ren.
He's a bitch?
Come on.
He acts like a kid.
Yeah.
I get that.
Han Solo died. I mean, the original
Yeah.
trilogy
Uh-huh.
was made from my generation.
Back in
I
the-
remember
yeah.
seeing the commercial for A New Hope as a
Oh,
little kid
man.
and just being like, Dad, you got to take me to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I fell in love with that. Of course, my two heroes from that, Han Solo,
Uh-huh.
R2-D2. Mm-hmm. This one, Solo dies. R2-D2's not even in it.
Right. Right.
It wasn't for me.
Really?
No, I quit. I'm done. I'm done. Here's one for you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you could live
Uh-huh.
with Chewbacca, R2-D2,
Uh-huh.
or Yoda,
If I could live with one of them,
yes, who do you pick and why?
probably be Yoda.
No.
No?
Why?
He's a smart guy.
He'd be a pain in the ass.
He would be, but he's a Jedi, bro.
He's a Jedi, but sooner, I mean, he's going to be on his soapbox preaching. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then remember his first appearance. I don't remember which episode of Star Wars it was, but remember how much of a fucking slob he was in his little igloo?
He's on the swamp.
He'd be a pain in the ass as a roommate.
He would
Eating
be.
all your food.
Well, so would Chewbacca, man. He'd yell at you constantly.
There's pros and cons to all of them.
Yes.
Chewie,
Uh-huh.
best friend,
Yes.
bodyguard.
Yeah.
What a wingman.
Great shot.
No one's going to mess with you.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But then hair all over the place.
Yes.
You know what he would do to a bathroom?
I don't know.
Or just the food in the kitchen?
I don't know.
Total mess.
Yeah.
The correct answer is R2-D2.
I can dig that.
It's the ultimate electronic device.
Yeah.
You got a virus on your PC? R2. Fix it. Yeah, a little thing comes out.
Yeah.
He'll fix anything.
Yeah.
He's probably got some HD projection unit.
Yeah. Hologram.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You could probably get great cable from him.
The antennas
Well,
come.
just think
Yeah.
of what he could possibly do for your computer and your cell phone. And
Right.
he always saves the day. He's the unsung hero.
He is.
That's my answer. R2-D2.
It's a good answer, man. He was in the second movie, though. And I have to admit, out of all the Star Wars movies, all of them, I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. The best one is The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi.
Really?
No competition. I'm talking about from a storytelling, writing perspective. All of them can eat a bag of dicks. But
the one with the
Jedi-
Ewoks?
That's the second of the new ones. So you say you stopped after the first, right?
Yeah.
The sequel.
Oh, I'm thinking about Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
No.
You said The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
I haven't seen it.
Unreal.
Really?
Unreal. You know why?
Why?
Because all of the movies, even the new one that came out this year, all of them follow a very strict structure. You know, you can think about it like this delicious pizza, right? You know, Luke starts here, and then we follow a pretty basic set of events that's templated, you know, where, you know, like the inciting incident.
Are we still in the same storyline now?
All of them are.
Okay.
That's my problem with it. Even the new one that you stopped from, people's argument with that movie was that it was catering too much to nostalgia. And I agree. I like the movie.
What about the spin-offs?
The spin-offs.
Solo?
I didn't like Solo too much.
I didn't see it.
I thought it was okay. Rogue One was
Didn't see it.
the better movie.
Yeah.
I had my problems with it still, but the first half of the film, writing wise, it's okay. It works okay. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. But the last half, when things really pick up, the dialogue stops. They don't start expressing what they're feeling through saying it. Everything is just action. Not even explosions. I'm just meaning things start happening with the characters. It's awesome. But with The Last Jedi, that guy, Rian Johnson, he did Knives Out last year. I don't know if
I saw that. It was pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
He did The Last Jedi.
Okay.
So this guy takes all these things, all these tropes from the Star Wars universe, all of them, from the books, from the movies, they all follow the same template. He basically threw a middle finger at all of it and said so much that turned that formula on its head.
And it worked?
Well, what's interesting is that it made a ton of money, but critics loved it.
Yeah.
The audience hated it. The fans hated it. Audience, I thought, was mixed.
Yeah.
But now what's interesting is the new one that came out was directed by J.J. Abrams. He did the first one that you stopped with.
Yeah.
And the new one that just came out. Everyone's bashing him.
Really?
And now they're like, you know what? The Last Jedi wasn't really that bad. Which I thought was funny.
That's a tough crowd to keep satisfied.
Any fan base that already has so much of a stake in it. You know, like with Game of Thrones. Same thing happened last year. I loved it.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was amazing.
I liked the finale.
I did too, dude.
What about the one episode?
It welled me up. It welled me up.
There was the one episode where people complained that it was too dark and they couldn't see anything. Did you have that problem?
Nope.
Neither did I.
No, I thought
hear
it was
people
awesome.
complaining about it. I'm like, it was your fucking television.
I think so.
That was a fucking phenomenal
dude
episode. It was what, like a 90-minute battle.
It was a film.
Yeah.
It was a film, and it was all just to your point.
Yeah.
A fight.
The whole thing was one big fight.
It was amazing,
And
dude.
people were complaining that they couldn't see anything.
The people that complain about Game of Thrones are in my mind, part of the problem. Because either they read the books and they don't understand that on the page and on the screen are two different things.
Yeah.
This is the same argument with games and movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're two mediums. You can't tell. Like, they're trying to make The Last of Us a movie. And I'm like, you can't.
What's The Last of Us?
So
Is that a series?
Yes. So
It rings a bell.
yes.
Yeah.
I brought it up a moment ago. The
Yeah.
sequel is 6 years in the making.
Oh, yeah.
Over $100 million production, dude. Unreal. The actors are on par with anything in film. Anything. Dude.
Yeah.
The writing is unreal. They're trying to make the first game a film, and it's just not going to work in my mind. Because, like you,
Well, you're going to be one of the people complaining about it.
I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not.
Yeah.
Because
See,
to your
but
point,
you may be setting yourself up for a disaster.
I think you're right.
I just watched Uncut Gems.
Great film.
See, that's what I heard before I watched it.
You weren't a fan, yeah?
It's okay, but to go into a film like that knowing as little as possible with no expectations as possible is the best case scenario.
Absolutely.
Once I hear a film is good and people are offended by it and
Yes.
people loved it and whatever, I'm like, oh, that film's not here. That film's up here, and I can't wait to see it.
It's the hype.
And it doesn't meet my expectations.
Sure.
So it didn't. It was okay.
I agree. I went in with one thing in mind, and with what ended up happening. All right, spoiler alert. We all watched it here. Adam Sandler gets fucking killed.
Yeah.
That kind of turned me off,
I'm surprised he lived as long as he did.
right?
The whole time I'm saying, when are they going to kill us?
Who's going to kill
I
him?
would have killed him an hour ago.
Yeah. I agree.
I saw that coming. That wasn't a shock. I was relieved. Like, oh, finally.
Really.
Yeah, I
Dude.
knew he was going to die.
It fucked with me.
Really?
But, yes. But I liked that it did that. I liked that it subverted my expectation. Because to your point, I thought he was going to die way sooner, or I thought he's actually going to do this.
No.
Or
I knew it was inevitable.
Even if
He's
he
only
lose-
going to push them
right,
so many times.
right. Even if he lost,
Yeah.
it would be disastrous.
Yeah.
I remember she was there, and I was just like, this is so stressful.
See, I heard a lot of people say about it. Like, it made them, like, uncomfortable.
Oh.
I'm like, I didn't feel that.
You didn't get that? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it was a good movie.
I liked it.
Who were the guys who made that movie? You remember their names?
The Safdie
Have you seen
brothers.
anything else by them?
Good Time.
Did we talk about this, I think?
I don't think so.
Which one was Good Time?
You're right. I may have mentioned it. It's with Robert Pattinson.
The brother, though, when he does the deaf voice,
Yeah.
I thought he was a deaf kid.
I thought yeah.
He made that movie.
To you, yeah.
To me,
He was a great
His performance.
actor, dude. I didn't know he was one of the directors.
I thought they found a real, genuinely deaf actor.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he does that voice. He did it. It wasn't like over the top.
No.
You know what I mean? It was just so subtle and so realistic.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
Me too. Those directors know what they're doing.
There was
man.
another one that I think you and I talked about. Or maybe we were talking about David Pattinson movies. And then The Lighthouse.
Right.
Did you see that one?
Yeah. Did you see it?
I liked it.
You liked it.
I liked it.
I was expecting one thing, and to your point, we were like Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
I got something totally different.
I had zero expectations.
That's the best way to go
The
into
best way to see a movie.
everything.
I knew nothing about it
Yeah.
except Willem Dafoe and Pattinson.
That's a good way to go
And I
into
was
it. I wasn't.
pleasantly surprised.
It was great. I loved it, but I didn't expect it to be so Lynchian, man. You know David Lynch?
Yeah, of course.
I did not expect that.
There definitely was.
I wish I knew it going into it.
Yeah.
Because I got into him too. I watched everything. Inland Empire, the one with what's that one with Nicolas Cage? Wild Heart, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that.
With Laura Dern.
Laura Dern.
Yeah.
And then there was one with the guy from Speed the Villain.
Speed the villain.
No, Speed. With Keanu Reeves. The villain in that movie.
Oh. Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Mulholland Drive. I got super
What
into
about
Lynch.
what was that series?
Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Did you watch Twin Peaks?
We got about 10 episodes in, and I was like, this is too much.
I saw the whole
It's so long,
thing.
dude.
I saw the movie. I saw all the seasons, and I just had to complete it.
Yeah.
It started off really good.
Yeah.
I think season 1. I don't remember. Like season 1 was kind of short, if I remember.
I prefer that in my media.
And then season 2 became like a 90s sitcom,
yeah.
and there was like 20 episodes,
Yeah.
and it
was
got
long.
real 90 cheesy.
Yeah.
But I was way too invested in it by that
Yeah,
time. I was
yeah.
like, I got to see where this is going.
Right. Right.
And then there was the movie. Did you see that?
no.
Which I think might even be a prequel or something.
I think you're right, because after that, years and years and years, and then the new one came out.
Just recently.
Right, a couple
I
of
saw
years
it.
ago.
Did you see that?
I saw one episode.
So frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about Lynchian. There was one episode where it literally has like a 15-minute scene of unexplained weirdness.
That's Lynch. Yeah. Yeah.
Like no dialogue. It's just like all visual
Yeah.
weird shit going on for way too long.
That's Inland Empire. Dude.
Way too long.
Dude.
He's got a thing. I haven't seen it. He's got a movie. It might be on Prime or Netflix
Okay.
with a talking monkey.
Are you talking about Lynch?
Yeah.
I don't know this. Is it a new show?
You don't got a computer.
I usually have my laptop.
You got your phone.
Look it up.
Okay. David Lynch?
David Lynch, talking monkey. I don't even know.
David
this-
Lynch talking monkey.
Yeah.
Do you like David Lynch?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's interesting.
Interesting. I didn't know he had he's an artist.
Okay.
That's his background. And
Art.
Yes.
Yeah.
An artist from like the 70s. And the only reason he got into film is because one of his art pieces, it was called The Vomiting Man or something like that. He had 7 male faces lined up, and they were all like plaster.
Okay.
And he wanted to make it so when people saw the piece, they threw up. Live. And the way he made it, he did that, and he's like, oh, I just made a motion picture.
Yeah.
I think I'll just make a movie.
Yeah.
I always thought that was so strange. And that, and whenever he wrote, what was that one? David Lynch, Eraserhead. He doesn't remember writing Eraserhead, dude. How can you not remember?
That was a weird fucking movie.
It
That
was?
movie was nowhere. When I finally saw it, I probably saw that 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. I assumed it was much older than it was. I thought that was like a really, really, really old.
Like pre-50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
it
black
wasn't.
and white, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you come up with anything with a monkey?
I see what did Jack do? It says it's a short.
Yeah, it's a
It
short.
looks like it's in a monkey with a monkey.
It's a short. I don't know anything about it. Someone explained it's the David Lynch short with a talking monkey.
I'll have to check it out.
And I was like, oh, it's very typical of him.
Yeah. He's a weird guy.
Very weird. I like
good.
weirdness if it's done right.
I agree. I mean, talking about movies and talking about media, you're an actor. You put together short films.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you still doing that now? You putting together any shorts or?
I mean, like my own projects?
Yeah.
At the moment, no.
No, nothing. Okay.
I have to wait till they come to me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be a long time.
Or,
An idea. This is my process. Like I'll get an idea. Like how cool would a film about a guy who has been planning for the last year to kill himself,
okay.
and now the day comes. What's that day like? This was an actual thought process for Love, Dad.
Okay.
So, I thought that was an interesting concept.
It is.
What's that last day like? You wake up in the morning and you look at your calendar. You're like, all right, 365 days have passed.
Yeah.
This is the day. What do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so. Then it probably took a few more months of like, oh, but what if like he does this and he's writing a letter and then he's doing this? I'll send you the link. It's a really bad production. I think it was very creative.
I'd love to check it out.
It was
man.
very difficult to film. I don't want to give it away. You'll see why.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it just comes. It may take a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with All You Can Eat, the clown one. I wanted to do something backwards.
Right. Right.
And it took probably about another year
Yeah.
before I came up with a story.
Yeah.
You did or did not see it?
Haven't seen either of them.
Oh, I need your opinion on something.
Okay.
But you don't have a laptop. You could do it on your phone.
Okay.
Go to my website,
Okay. What is your website?
Tommy Groth, TOMMYGROTH.com.
Okay.
Go
Shout out.
to demo.
Okay.
I just need your opinion on the first 20 seconds. Do I leave it in or do I take it out?
The first 20 seconds.
First 20 seconds.
All right. Here we go. It's coming up. Your demo reel.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's pretty long. Is that long for acting demo reels?
Maybe a hair.
Yeah. Because I have people that send me their demo reels and ask,
They say like 2 minutes.
I don't know.
You
Like,
got to front load it.
Now we are here to satisfy your appetite for horror with a mind-bending tale. Here's director and star Tommy Groth to tell us about All You Can Eat. Thank you, everybody. Hold on. This is Tommy Groth, the director of All You Can Eat.
That's it.
that's it?
Is that a cool intro?
Yeah.
Because then from there it goes on. I mean, it obviously wasn't acting,
Sure.
But
Sure.
that was-
it's pushing what you
but
made.
it's John Carpenter
Yeah.
saying my name.
Yeah.
And my film. I thought it was a cool intro to my acting work.
I think absolutely.
Because some people had said, take that out.
they
not-
they told you to take it out?
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't think it's too cool. I mean, who else has
I like
John
it.
Carpenter
Yeah.
introducing them on their demo reel?
Not many people can say that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get chills every time I hear that or see that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
You should be.
That's like
Now,
my
set that-
proudest moment in that demo.
Then leave it there,
All right,
man.
I gotta leave.
I'd say so.
It's kind of cool, right?
I do think 3 minutes and 20 seconds is long, but I don't know if
Nobody finishes demo reels.
Well, there's that, and I don't know if I'm the audience for an acting demo reel.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, acting demo reels are rather tough to call. Because
Well, that's why you
got
gotta front load it.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is good work, right? Because
Right.
you're lucky if anyone gets halfway.
Yeah, but with the way that's cut, I think that works, man. I was
tried
hooked
to
in.
keep it as short as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's probably only beyond that, maybe 4 or 5 clips of my work.
That's fair.
Just came up with what I thought was the best.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
it together.
Yeah.
But then keeping him in there, it obviously
gotta.
extends it some.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm keeping it.
So I mean, set that up? How was it that you got?
What was that from?
Yeah.
Do you know the El Rey Network?
No.
What?
I know. Right?
What? Do you have cable?
I don't. I don't. All I have is like Netflix. Everything digital.
El Rey Network is Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, is that right?
That's the El Rey Network.
I didn't know that.
They do a lot. It's changed over the last few years, but they
He's
do
got its own network.
El Rey.
El Rey.
Yeah.
And this is all Robert Rodriguez productions.
No, it's a lot of. They do a lot of like martial arts, action-y type of grindhouse productions, old school shit.
Really?
Yeah, they'll do even like the what do you call the Mexican wrestlers?
Oh, luchador.
Luchador
That's
stuff,
right,
all
yeah.
sorts of stuff like that.
Really?
Anything that like he and Quentin Tarantino, like
Right.
you know their style, what they're into.
Right.
That's their programming.
In El Rey. Okay.
So I saw on their website they were looking for submissions for horror films. I submitted All You Can Eat. They flew me out.
No
They
way.
accepted it because they do something called the El Rey Network, the People's Network Horror Edition,
Okay.
and they've done other editions like maybe I don't even know what genres, but they flew me out.
Okay.
He wasn't there.
I
didn't actually get to meet him, but I was interviewed by somebody else, similar to like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's how it aired.
That's awesome. Dude, that's so cool. And then they showed your
They showed the
your
whole
short
thing.
film.
Yeah, it was like a 2-hour special.
Okay.
With maybe 8 to 10 films, and the final one being a film by Eli Roth.
No way.
Yeah.
I remember Eli Roth was trying to pick up the whole Vine thing. Did you know that?
No.
He did a contest on Vine where, he wanted to do a horror Vine.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, show us your best horror vines. And I wanted to do one, but it was such a short time frame. It like came and went. I didn't have a chance to put one together.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever happened to that, but
Is Vine still a thing?
no.
They're gone?
It's dead, man.
I never Vined.
It's dead. It's now TikTok.
I see that.
Yeah. Those are everywhere.
I don't get it.
And
It's always people dancing.
yes, I'm always looking for like the funny, the funny stuff. I actually go to Twitter for most of my memes and all that. Like,
Is that your source?
yeah, for a lot of them, yeah.
Twitter,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mess. Are you on Twitter?
I have an account.
Yeah.
I don't use it.
I don't blame you. at all.
I never understood it.
I go there for news,
Yeah.
because anything that happens live, like this whole
Everybody's tweeting. Yeah.
everyone's tweeting, especially with this whole protest and George Floyd and all this. The first time I saw that video was about 10 minutes after it was posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if this is going to blow up.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird, but that's where I get all of that. On
Really?
top of that, a lot of the people I follow are in. Dude, I should show you. I have like James Wan. You know that guy?
I know the name.
He's a director from like Insidious, The
Oh,
Conjuring.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I like did a tweet at him and he like liked it or whatever. It was for like The Conjuring 2. And I was like,
Yeah.
it was a great film. You did a
Yeah,
great
I
job.
was retweeted by Bruce Campbell.
Dude, you can't beat
It's like,
that.
oh my God. I even had a conversation
Oh?
with Rosie O'Donnell.
No way.
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Yes.
What?
Such a long, stupid story. She left. This was in Miami.
Okay.
She lost her jacket, and I knew where it was.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I sent her a message to tell her where your jacket was, and she
On
actually
Twitter?
responded.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude. See, that's why I love it, man. You get connect. Like, that wouldn't exist 10 years
can.
ago.
I mean, I don't know. It's really, look, I'm sure I've sent out other messages to people in the industry for one reason or another, not just, stalker, fanboy stuff. but
Sure.
Whatever. Hey, here's my resume. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't think anything gets seen.
It depends, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole George Floyd thing got seen,
Yeah.
But
in terms of reaching out to a big personality, what are the odds?
I think
How
now-
many notifications do they get a day?
Well, here's the thing. This is one thing me and Katie talked about. Because, like this show, we're starting to cut up little clips. You're going to see a little clip of this
Okay.
go on to the stories and Twitter and everything. Right?
Okay.
And I think, in my analytics, it seems that it's more favorable to get watched. But
If it's short.
if it's short and you see a clip, like they see the clip
Yeah.
and they see a link, oh, there's a whole show.
Maybe it'll go catch it.
Yeah.
Nobody watches videos. Long videos.
Like this?
Attention span.
Well, you'd be surprised, dude. I don't get a lot of views, but the views I get, they're long. I think for like a couple of these, I ended up getting like 4,000 minutes.
Yeah.
It's quite a few hours just for something like this. To your point, it's a niche.
Yeah.
It's a niche.
Absolutely.
But what I like about it is that you could just have it playing and then listen to it. And I mean, that's what I do with a lot of the podcasts I watched is they're easy to film. I don't even know how long we've been going, but we film it and then bam, it's like 2 hours long, feature length, right?
Mm.
But then you can cut it up, send it out in different places. And to your point, I think there is.
You've already been doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since I got started, I started doing like shorts and put them on YouTube. But now I'm doing them where they just go on my Facebook story or Twitter. And you can see the analytics and see what moves.
Well, I am on Facebook, but I don't log in anymore.
Sure.
But even, I never paid attention to the Facebook stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Is that getting big?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, right? It's so weird.
I think it's a thing because you can see who watches. You can see how many they watch.
Yeah.
And you can see when they press. But to go back.
When I jump forward to go back.
No, you're good. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Now I lost my train of thought. Son of a bitch.
Facebook stories.
Facebook stories. But before that, we were talking about something about. Oh, you were talking about no one sees anything, or you think no one sees anything like a big celebrity or something like this, right?
A notification.
Right.
Like you send something to LeBron James.
Sure. But I agree. If you tweeted out something at someone.
Yeah. What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Yeah.
But if you get something that sticks, like a show or like this or like a clip, and it starts to get
retweets.
Yeah. I think that's when people notice.
Yeah.
And Twitter is the best environment to do that, as messed up as it is, because all the people that have check marks beside their name, they're verified, and they're gonna see it. You can see where someone likes things.
Yeah.
I think there's something to that, but it can go the bad way. I don't know if you watched my first episode or like the third or fourth episode of this show. I had another Twitter account, and it was a social media guy, now girl, and I had said something.
Did you use the wrong pronoun?
I did, but she just came out. No one knew that she used to be a man, and so I didn't understand what everything was going on, and I looked at the feed because she did a coming out video saying that someone was trying to blackmail her, right?
You?
Not me.
Oh.
Thank God it wasn't
Yeah.
me. But it was someone in her audience, and she gets millions of views, dude, millions of subscribers. It's a big deal. So I didn't know what it was about, but anyone that asked a question on her feed was getting ridiculed, getting called out as being, homophobic, and it pissed me off. So I was like, oh, she's a dude. Regardless of how I really feel about the whole situation, it was a bad idea.
Oh my God.
Because that thing got retweeted 525,000
Yours?
times. You should have seen my notifications and how many people liked or disliked, let alone comment on that. Just,
Oh my
oh,
God.
she's a dude. 4 words, dude. 4 words. If I didn't delete it and delete that account, who knows what would have happened. I was threatened to get doxxed. I don't know if you know what that means.
What does that mean?
That means they throw out everything, all your info, where you live, who you're with, pictures of you, where you work. It's a serious thing. One person threatened me, and I didn't make it hard. I make it really easy to look up where I live because of the show.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, fuck this. I just deleted it, started a new Twitter. It's just better that way. And honestly, I didn't think what I said was all that bad. I really don't think so. I think people need to your point, relax,
So
not
this
get so easily
was
offended.
Someone who became a dude, or a dude who became a woman?
So this dude became a woman.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
That like legitimately he is now a she.
Yeah.
And no one in this person's audience knew for years. No one. Then they got basically blackmailed that someone knew, had proof, and was going to release it. And then she made a video in retort saying that this is me, this is who I was. Best thing for her to do. And
Probably.
yeah, absolutely. But that's where it all came from. But just
But she was basically forced out.
you could
blackmailed.
You could look at it that way.
Yeah.
She did the first step. She was
better
blackmailed.
she did it.
I agree.
Than
I agree.
someone else.
It's a shit situation.
Yeah.
But I think that whole, I don't know, I don't blame it on her. I don't even blame it on her audience. But I
Yeah.
do blame it on the people that don't let others ask questions. It's new.
Twitter gets ugly.
It does.
I don't do it. I have an account.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I don't figure out. But I hear all the shit that goes on there.
It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up. I got canceled.
Really?
That means, yeah.
Yeah. Cancel culture.
I got canceled.
They got you.
Apparently.
Your husband.
That's right. That's right. I think it's funny, man, because people get so upset.
Brutal.
It's unreal. They death threats and all this, and I'm like, am I not allowed to say 4 words? I could have been singing an old song from a 90s movie where they're like, I'm a dude.
Yeah.
She's a dude. Why does dude have to be a gender specific
How many
term?
retweets and likes and whatever?
Unreal, man. It was like over 500,000. Unreal. And you should have seen the I had to get out of there.
That's like your social media high point.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, right. But I'm glad I deleted it, man, because I don't want that high point to be a negative.
Oh my.
Even if I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah.
That point being, let's just relax.
People can't relax.
No way, man. No way.
Someone's always pissed off.
Yes. Yes. And to your point about bubbles, that trans LGBTQ bubble, regardless of whether they would do something or not, they're not afraid to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not afraid to let you know that you offended them. I'm like, okay, let's calm down. Someone can call me, what's a racially insensitive
Is it that hard?
Mexican name?
Beaner.
Beaner. There, yeah. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I never.
I can't think of anything that's offensive to me. I just haven't heard it yet. I'm not saying I can't be offended.
Yeah.
I just don't know what would do it.
Yeah.
People get set off
Super easy.
very easily.
Very. And even with disagreements, like if me and you disagreed,
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
It's fine.
I think it's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. But some people, it's like, take it personally.
Yeah.
It's like, what
Like-
the hell, man?
If I like pie better than cake,
You bastard.
or if you like cake better than pie, unfriend me now.
Oh my God. I love those memes on Facebook, where it's like, unfriend me now if you blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man.
That's you're just all about the memes.
I love
You
them.
love memes.
I love them. They're hilarious. And they're art.
Where does that come from?
Huh?
The word meme.
I don't know.
There's got to be.
I'm sure you can look it up. But if we were to use the definition I'm thinking of, it's as old as fucking
Like ancient Greece.
Da Vinci, dude. Because whenever
It's
he
got
did
to come from something.
is that him? The Sistine Chapel? That
Sure.
was it? Who?
Who did you say?
It was Michelangelo. I said Da Vinci.
That was
They all
Michelangelo.
fucking painted. Who cares?
Yeah.
he was doing memes, dude. Because whenever he got hired to do all of those paintings, they all have phallic symbols. They're all mocking the people that hired him. That's a meme. He's taken the source
The
material.
original meme maker?
Yeah. He's taking what they wanted, a message, and then manipulating it in a way where not everyone would get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly where it came from, man.
There's got to be a root.
What you got
Is that
there?
it? Is it like Greek?
It is internet meme. The word meme was coined by Richard Dawkins in his 1976 book, The Selfish Gene, 76, as an attempt to explain how ideas replicate, mutate, and evolve. Memetics. So yeah, it comes from that term, memetics.
Okay.
The concept of the internet meme was first proposed by Mike Godwin in the June 1993 issue of Wired. Who would have known? Look at that.
But what about people who become memes?
Like Karen.
Karen.
That's a great example.
Is she proud? You think she's proud?
Oh no, I hope so, because now anyone that has a phone and is standing next to an African American and they're white,
Yeah.
let alone a woman,
Yeah.
oh man,
Karen.
and they're being filmed, that's it.
That's like Karen blew up.
Yeah. I don't even know if it was someone named Karen. I think it's
But, I
just
mean,
a stereotype.
It's an older meme,
Yeah,
but as of recently,
absolutely.
it's taken off.
It's nuts, man.
It's
It's
crazy.
nuts. Yeah. That's a whole.
There are some cool memes like that I wouldn't mind
Mm-hmm.
being a part of if it accidentally happened.
Yeah, if it's
But
funny.
not all of them. Some of them are just like,
No, you don't.
God, that's not me.
You don't want to get. Yeah. So if it's funny,
Like the Irma Gerd. You know what I'm talking about? That's hysterical.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I wonder if she's proud of that.
Dude, if you ever get memed, even if it's bad, you can make
Gotta make the best of it.
You can make a career out of it.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All these guys that have memes now, I mean, I'm surprised a lot of these guys don't spin it, because if you lean into it, you already have the recognition. You already have free promotion.
Yeah.
Link it to a Twitter account.
Do something with it.
Push a YouTube channel.
You got to make the best of it.
Yeah, man.
Because I guarantee you, like the original Karen, she's probably pissed.
Yeah.
If she's anything like the meme,
Oh, unreal.
she's pissed. She hates it.
Yeah, of course.
She sees nothing funny about it.
No. There was a woman who walked into a, it was on TikTok. Excuse me. She walked into a gas station. She had a mask on, but she tore the mask. She cut a hole here because it was hard to breathe. So the clerk, filmed her coming in. He's like, all right, she's coming in, guys. She came in, and he's like, oh, that's cool. You got a hole there. She's like, yeah, it's hard to breathe. It defeats the whole purpose of having a mask, right?
Yeah.
That's the meme.
Yeah.
he does another video where she comes back with no hole in the mask this time. And she's arguing like, you shouldn't have done that and all this. And he's like, well, it worked.
What are your thoughts on wearing the masks?
I wear masks.
I went to Kohl's the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot my mask in the car.
Okay.
And when I walked in, by the time I realized I was committed, I was making a return.
Okay.
And I was like committed. I'm like, I'm already here. I got the box. I can't go back to the car. But I felt like everyone was looking at me.
Where everyone wore a mask?
Everyone had a mask on.
Yeah.
No one was looking at me, but I felt so out of place not having one on that I was so uncomfortable.
That makes sense, dude.
But I just wanted to return the package and get the fuck
And get out of there. Yeah. I'm with you. I've done it where I forgot. And to your point, I wish I had it.
Yeah.
From what I understand medically,
You hear pros and cons.
I think, dude, you're covering your face.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
It absolutely does. But I also agree to the point that even if you put it on, someone doesn't have it on, and they cough and they have COVID-19, the likelihood of you getting it is diminished, but you may still get it. You don't know.
Yeah.
But if that person that has it wears a mask and you do too,
It's double defense.
double. That's the whole point, I think, with these. Even I have a couple cloth masks. Is you're protecting what you got
From other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's courteous, at least.
It's like gloves
Absolutely.
protects me from what you got.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My mask protects you from what I got.
Absolutely. And if we all wear them, even if it's just for a short period of time, this next few months.
Did you go crazy buying masks initially?
No. She's saying
She
she's saying that because I had a tough time finding some.
Holy shit, that was hard. That and hand sanitizer?
Oh my God.
Impossible.
Clorox wipes, all that.
Oh, impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
I found it eventually. So my mother, luckily,
Yeah.
they were so prepared at the first word of virus.
Oh.
Yeah, they had masks, they had hand sanitizer, they had a
Dude.
whole mess of shit.
Damn.
So thanks to them, that held me over until my shipments arrived
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
from China.
Isn't that crazy?
Everything's from China.
Everything's from China. Well, that's one.
Is that going to change?
I hope so.
What do you think?
Yes. I hope so.
you know-
all manufacturing, man. Bring it over here.
You know what you got to stop is their what's the word?
Their infringement?
No,
the IP?
They're cloning the way they make. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you come out with a camera,
Yeah.
and they make a shitty version that looks exactly the same.
Yeah, yeah,
The
absolutely.
Gucci bag,
Right.
Fake, what is the word for that? Bootlegging.
Yes, yes.
That's huge.
It goes hand in hand with the IP infringement.
That's huge.
Yeah, dude.
Industry for them.
Billions of dollars.
Yes.
Billions.
I just saw something on TV about it recently.
It's unreal.
Out of control.
And we don't do shit about it. We don't do shit because their middle class has boomed in the past 15 years like
Big time.
No one's business.
Out of control.
Unreal.
They were like third world country.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that long ago.
25 years,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's like we're letting them buy our media because of the money they have.
Yeah.
You know, like it's nuts. It's wrong, dude.
How do you stop it?
Well, I think right now with this whole COVID thing, why aren't people talking about whose fault this is?
Because you can't say that.
Why? It's not racist to
can't
call
say
out where it came from.
Chinese virus.
Why can't you say authoritarian virus?
You can't say anything.
Communist virus.
But what's going to happen? Nothing. Does anything ever happen?
Well, there's riots in the streets.
But then what's going to happen?
I don't know, man. It's been
It's
a
going to
weird year.
slow down.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then something new is going to come up.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
it
second
wasn't
wave-
that long ago that some dude was hanging out of a hotel in Vegas, killing people at a concert.
Yeah. Dude.
Whatever happened with that?
That was like 8 months ago. I
Whatever
think.
happened with that?
They arrested him. Or did
So
he
many
commit
things have
suicide?
happened in the last several months
Yeah.
that no one even talks about anymore, and they were completely just unresolved.
That's social media, man.
It's over.
We get news so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. Because now it's not even George Floyd. I don't know if you saw like the past couple of days.
What is it now?
This old man, 75 years old, went to go talk to these cops. It didn't even look like he was doing anything. He just went to go talk with them. And they try to push him back. One dude pushes him. He falls back, hits his
Died?
head. I don't know if he's dead, but there's blood everywhere, dude. He was out.
Is this at a protest?
I think so. It was out in the open in Minneapolis, I think. There's
Minneapolis.
Yeah, dude.
Isn't that what George?
Yes. And then there's videos of cops with their knees on other people's fucking. And here in Atlanta, you showed me the video, Katie, of these 2 kids, college students getting tased
In the car.
In the car.
I saw that live.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. First time I saw it was on Twitter, and then they just released the body cam video. I hate that for him because even though it's true that they were being way, way too aggressive, the police, what sucks is that the guy driving tried to get out of there, because he saw that they were going to reach for him.
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to pick up a friend who may have been a protester and was just driving, and the cops were trying to stop that and then tried to get the guy out of the car and get them out, and they were being forceful, so he just drove off. And he couldn't go far because of the protests and all the traffic. So they stopped him again, and then they got him out. So I definitely agree the police were aggressive, but a good lawyer, will definitely be on the law side, just because they could say, well, you could probably say he drove off, one, but then they could say that the car is a weapon, so maybe they were trying to
remember there was a few years ago where some dude got choked out by a cop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there was an outrage.
Yeah.
And then there was all these reports of like, oh, his criminal history and this. And they slowly started to like spin the story to like,
that's how it is.
He was a criminal and it's no big loss.
Right.
It's going to happen. Oh, God. I hate to see it happen.
I'm with you.
Look, the guy died and it's terrible.
Yeah. You could see,
whether
saw him
he
die,
was a criminal or not, I don't know, but that doesn't make it any different.
I agree.
I
agree. It was still unlawful what went down.
Big time.
But what sucks is what I would like to see done is ultimately wrong. Like if I were there and me thinking about it with hindsight, would you be able to stand back and let it happen? I'd like to think no, but then you're fucked because the way the law works, you can't go and pull a cop off a guy even if you want to. That's what pisses me off, man. I don't know how you feel about it.
I agree with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what I would do.
It's tough.
I mean, especially if it's just like, let's say it's a bar brawl. It's a different scenario.
Sure.
You could jump in and help if you see someone's on the verge of suffocating. Yeah. Take your chances.
Sure.
What's the worst case scenario? You're going to get your shit
kicked out of you, man.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But when it's a cop.
I hate it, man. I hope there's reform. I mean, I would love.
Not all cops are bad.
No, not at all. It's like saying.
Who hates bad cops most? Good cops.
You think so?
Yes.
Why aren't they more spoken?
I don't know.
Where are the cops saying, this is fucked up? I haven't seen one. I haven't. I hate it because I agree with you. I could say fucking pigs, but that's insensitive because not all cops are like that.
No.
A lot of them do really, really good things.
Yeah.
But where are they? Why aren't they speaking
I don't know why
up?
anybody would want to be a cop in the first place.
Yeah, that's probably a difficult job.
The last several...
Yeah.
The last 10 years?
Yeah.
It's got to be the worst job ever.
I don't know, man. It's a tough situation. I hope that there's reform. And the reform being that cops are treated more like the citizens they're supposed to protect and not hide. Like what kills me is that they hide behind fucking, it's like a family. It's like a mafia. Because let's say, you're the chief of police and I go and choke out a guy,
We take care of it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? What's with that? That's so wrong. Like that wouldn't fly in any other profession. None. But for cops, they put their life on the line. It's cool. You take a little off the top. I mean, come on, man. That would not fly anywhere else.
I don't know.
It's tough. I
don't have the answer.
Yeah. But I love to talk about it.
It's one of those situations. I'm curious to see where this is going to go.
Same.
I'm curious to see if we will ever see some type of resolution.
In what way, you think? Like
anything.
anything. They're arrested. They got
Okay,
charged.
they're arrested. Okay, but are they going to go to jail?
That's a
is
good
there going to be any type
trial.
of changes? I don't know. And here's why I think we may not ever see it. Not saying it wouldn't happen, but we may not see it because everyone else is going to be on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Just like the hotel shooter. I have no idea how that ended.
No, I don't know either.
Do they know who he is? Did
Oh.
they ever get him?
I think they. See, I want to say he killed himself, man.
Did he?
I don't know. I feel very ill-informed.
I have no idea where that went.
Yeah. I don't know.
But there's been a lot of big, crazy fucking things going on
School shootings.
that
dude.
just never seem. I never see the end of it. There's never any type of closure.
Yeah. It's tough.
Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No attention span. Same like with the videos.
You're right.
People can't watch videos.
Yeah.
They get bored with one cause and they got to jump onto the next.
Yeah. Who knows?
And then I can't stand when people just jumping on a bandwagon
I know. It's
just
a
for
mob.
the sake of doing it.
It's a mob mentality, man. It's.
I mean, just like on social media, like, oh, like, I'm going to put up a gay pride thing because that's what everyone's doing on Facebook.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or black out your picture.
Black out, yeah.
Your profile picture.
I see people. Do I dare say this? I see people, this is my opinion, trying so hard to come off as not a racist
Okay.
that they are coming off as a racist.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
They're trying so hard to not look like a racist that you look like a racist now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that's a whole thing too. Because I think it's the best thing to do is to admit, yes, there's racism.
100%.
And yes, it's not right.
100%.
But we are all a little racist.
I think everyone is.
And that's okay.
Everyone.
It's okay. Where it's not okay
Probably
is...
Mother Teresa. You think she's walking down the street and she sees what's his name? The guy with the tattoos on his face.
Post Malone.
She sees Post Malone coming down the sidewalk.
Right.
Okay. You think Mother Teresa's not going to go, oh, fuck. I better cross the street.
If
You know what I mean? She might. I'm exaggerating, but
If she doesn't say it, who knows what she's thinking? Who knows? But
I
the
think
point
there's
is...
a certain level of it in everybody.
Absolutely.
Whether they admit it or not.
Absolutely.
Now, maybe there are some saints out there who are just all welcoming.
Sure.
No judgment.
Okay, so let's define.
I don't know how to do that. I'm judgmental.
No, for sure. But to your point, whenever I say racism, I'm not meaning it in a malevolent, negative kind of way. I'm just meaning it, to your point. It's tough because I want to say it where it's like,
Be careful.
I know. I'll say what you said. I'm racist. I don't know, man. You see comedians make fun of their own race.
Yeah.
And they bring light to it, and bringing that light to it, in my opinion, is inherently racist.
Is it?
I think
I don't
so.
know what it's so confusing.
I think so, but in that point, it's funny. It's lighthearted. It's not to bring anyone down.
Yeah.
It's bringing up stereotypes that we all know exist.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny. But to say that whenever everyone says everyone's racist, they're thinking of fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no middle where I think we all are in. We're all in the middle. Now,
To a
if
certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a particular group or color of people that I dislike more than others.
same.
I just don't like assholes.
I
And they
agree.
come in every shape, color, and form.
Everyone can be an asshole.
And I've met a
Everyone.
lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And in my experience, most of them were white.
Yeah, I can say that. Sure.
I mean, I went to a white high school.
Sure.
I'm not saying we don't have them.
Sure.
We have a ridiculous amount of them.
Yeah.
But they're all over the place.
I agree.
It's just, that's how I look at it. It's not a matter of your skin color.
Sure.
If you're an asshole, I don't like you.
Yeah.
I'm judging you for being an asshole.
I
don't know. Is that racism?
I don't know.
I think
Maybe a little. I don't think so.
someone might say, but I think I'm more judgmental than racist.
Sure. I feel
That
this
makes any sense.
I agree. I feel the same way about careers. So, like, one thing I've gotten into with my job is mentoring people, and I've had to be a bit of a hard ass, but I've mentored several: black, Asian, girl, boy, trans, all of them. But if you're bad at your job, I don't give a fuck which one of those you are.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
But this is how you can get better.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. But a lot of these guys kind of think maybe it's because of this reason, not because they're not
That's
good.
racist.
I agree.
To think that you don't like them
For
this reason.
Yes. Yes.
I was working in a retail store
Uh-huh.
where it was mandatory that everyone get ID'd
Okay.
when they come in. Okay? Young black dude comes in. I say, approach him just like I did anyone else. How you doing, sir? I apologize for the inconvenience. Do you have your ID on you? What? I'm sorry. Do you have your ID on you? My fucking ID? What do we need an ID for? It's just store policy. I apologize, sir. Oh, that's some fucking racist bullshit. And stormed out. And I was like, was I just being racist? I asked, didn't matter what color or what age. It was one thing I couldn't stand about that job is because if you came in 65 years old with white hair and crutches, I was required to see your ID.
Yeah.
So I did it to everybody.
Yeah.
But then he brings it up.
Yeah.
Who's the racist?
I agree with you. It's the guy that brings
He
it
made
up.
the assumption that I was a racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, he doesn't know I'm checking IDs on 50 people before him and 50 people after him.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's tough because I like to think, the downtrodden, because I was bullied. All my bullies were fucking white.
You were bullied?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. I was a nerd, man. I still am. I love games. I'm introverted. I like media, films, and all this.
Yeah.
I like to create things. But where I grew up,
Did they beat you up or just pick on you?
they just pick on me.
I don't think I was bullied.
It did go to a fight. I fucked that asshole up.
That stopped it?
That's the only way to stop it. This is one reason. Oh, that's a whole nother discussion. But
What age are we talking about?
this is like middle school, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, 7th grade. I would think I was like 11, 12. But you let one person walk all over you. That's it. And you got to stop that. You got to stop that. I think we should encourage stopping that. It's a lot of baloney to think that you can just talk your way.
Encourage stopping it by fighting?
I think encourage stopping it by 1, diplomacy, which is talking. 2, reasoning, which is bringing other people in.
And then kick him in the balls.
If none of those two work,
Yeah.
kick some ass. Because that's the only way some people learn. Not kill them, not hurt them
Now,
to like
is
beat them
that-
to a
is
pulp,
that-
but just,
Isn't that what's going on now, but on a much bigger scale?
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Except now with a whole culture of people.
Here's what's fucked up, though, okay? You got protests. Fine. Riots. Who's doing the rioting, though? When you got people who are just ducking into the crowd, they're specifically there to break some windows and steal some shit.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
That's completely 100.
I agree.
Everyone should hate that
Yeah.
because they are ruining it for the protest.
Yeah, for the peaceful protesters.
They're ruining it for everybody.
I agree, dude.
It defeats the cause
Yeah.
if they're just jumping in on that bandwagon
Yeah.
to have some fun.
What's interesting is a lot of the news and stuff would say that a lot of those guys are just teen white angst. I don't know if you've seen some videos, but like there's some videos of, these white kids spraying like Black Lives Matter and breaking windows and everything. And the black people there are saying, stop. They're going to blame us
Yeah.
for this. And I agree. I'm like, to your point, that's hurting the cause.
That's so stupid.
It is.
That's like what I was saying. Like you're trying so hard
Yeah.
to not look bad that you're making yourself look really fucking bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But dude, I think I'm gonna call it there. That was a good. You feel good,
Yeah, I feel good.
dude? I appreciate you coming by.
This was great.
Yeah?
It was a
Did
lot
you
of fun.
did you have a good time?
Absolutely, yeah. A lot
Talked
of fun.
about a lot.
Everything. How long have we been sitting here? What's
well,
your like target time?
This is at 57 minutes. So
We've only been
No. That's take 2. I think that stops at an hour and a half. So I think we're about two
so
and a
we're
half
maxed out.
hours.
What?
I want to say so because, dude, it's 6:30. Shit. Is like the battery still good? Dude,
2.5 hours.
I think so because we started at 4. Like not too far after you got here. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I appreciate you for coming
I had
by,
fun, man. I would absolutely do this again.
Well, I hope so. I hope
Wait
so.
for something crazy to happen in the world.
Yeah. Wait, we'll
Which
wait.
shouldn't be too long.
We'll give it about 2 months.
That's fine.
If that.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
You need theme music.
Do I?
I'm saying you do.
I do.
You need the intro theme.
Right? So
Something.
like a video, like a graphic,
Graphic, a little ditty.
a little ditty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday with Santos show.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something.
We'll have to have you record it, man.
Just take that.
Do you think the show needs something? I feel like it's missing something.
I think it's good. I like the progression.
I appreciate it,
I
man.
think it's going very well.
Okay.
I think it's only going to get better.
All right, man.
You seem to just be tweaking it. I'm joking. I mean, I think an intro would be cool.
I agree.
I'm not saying it needs it. What the fuck do I know?
No, but I agree with you. I think we need something there. But in the show itself, sometimes it goes off the rails, and I like that. But sometimes I feel like maybe
It should be free for all with the format.
Yeah.
I like we can talk about anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
I'm thinking just in terms maybe aesthetics.
Okay. Just the details.
Little fucking graphic design.
Little graphic design here.
Logo.
Have yourself a little lower third.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, you know what else you could do?
Hmm.
You should, if needed,
Uh-huh.
let's say when I was asking you to look up my demo reel,
Yeah.
have that recorded. I don't even know how you would do this. So that when someone's watching this playback,
Right.
what you're seeing on the computer
Yeah.
is in the bottom corner so they can see the same thing.
We messed with that a little bit before. It just takes some extra prep because
Yeah.
basically I can have the laptop here,
Yeah.
output it to the HDMI, and she's editing everything,
Yeah.
and it's all being recorded here.
Okay.
So next time you come in, we'll have the laptop. Anything you want to pull up, she can press a button, and you can superimpose me or you.
That's
and
cool.
the background will be
Yeah.
what's on the computer.
That would be good.
Hell yeah.
That would be good.
Rocking it, man.
Just get yourself an intro.
There we
And you're set.
Tommy Groth, everyone.
Growth.
Growth. Why do I say growth?
Say
It's
Tommy
the
G.
one.
Tommy G.
Tommy G.
Yeah.
Tommy G, everyone. Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Thank you for watching for 2.5 hours. We'll see you next week. All right. Peace.